be at work, in school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna McAllister. Within the last 24 hours, 5 people have been killed in New Orleans and 4 of those murders happened in Algiers.
24 hours, 5 people killed in New Orleans. We don't even have to ask by who, okay? You really don't. Everybody on this channel knows that the only way that 5 people would be killed in such a short amount of time is if the perpetrators are super gremlins on demon time.
2 of the murders happened today. The first happened around 4:15 this morning. A man was dead on the 3700 block of Herschel Street in Algiers.
Dang.
Then around noon.
4:15 in the morning, man, he should have been at midnight basketball or crack of dawn basketball. I mean, how late do we have to extend midnight basketball for these super gremlins to stay off the street? We might have to go to 24-hour basketball.
Noon, a man was found dead on the 2200 block of Westbound Parkway, just a few blocks away from where that murder happened overnight. Police say right now there's no indication that any of these homicides are connected at this.
A man in the CBD sets a booby trap inside his truck after he was broken into 8 times in just 3 months. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. Thanks for watching tonight. The video of what happened to that would-be thief has been watched thousands of times across New Orleans. And in tonight's top story, Devin Bartolotta speaks with a man who set the trap.
There's still glass on Constant Street where Sunday morning Brendan Batt found the broken remains of his pickup truck window.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Again.
You heard what he said. There is nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. These super gremlins have people hopeless in these streets. People feel like there's no solutions. And if there are solutions, the leadership in the city is not willing to do what needs to be done to bring about real change. And, you know, that's a sad thing because New Orleans was a great city. Now it's being ruined by the straight lawlessness from the super gremlins. And it's upsetting, man.
Again.
6 in the past 2 months, 8 since January.
This time, the cameras positioned outside his apartment building showed this. Pulls up beside Batt's truck. A person gets out, bashes in Batt's driver's seat window, hops in, and then shortly after,
just ruins my property, and then something happens to him that he didn't like.
A flashbang rigged up on a tripwire in the truck.
So gliders taking it into their own hands. They using military tactics to get back at these super gremlins. And honestly, I wish he would have threw a grenade in a tripwire like a mine. I wish it would have injured the super gremlin, honestly, because at this point, something needs to be done. People need to, you know, they need to protect their property at all costs. Okay. But even this, even a guy setting up a tripwire flash bang in his car, which is super resourceful, super high tech. So shout out to him. Even this could be seen as racist.
Explodes in the would-be thief's face and scares him off.
It's not pleasant for this device to go off like near your face or near your body.
It's a 12-gauge round with no projectile, but it does shoot gunpowder and is very loud. Batt has been unapologetically booby-trapping his own truck for this moment for 2 months.
Every single night, yeah. I set it up like religiously. because I don't want to walk out to a broken window and not have it detonate.
Batts, who is a veterinarian in Metairie, says he did test runs with the device to make sure no one would be severely injured and doesn't encourage others to.
Hold on, did he test it on the animals he operated on? Nah, but I mean, this is obviously, it's not a solution, but it's a deterrent. He still got his car window smashed out. So that's an issue, but maybe the next time this same super gremlin sees his car, he's going to think twice before trying to break in.
To set them up. But he does encourage security cameras. He believes this video and its viral spread will bring this person to justice.
I back the blue. I'm a proud supporter of the NOPD, and you know they put this whole case together, and they're going to get this guy, and that's something that doesn't always happen. But everyone can set up a camera, and everyone can kind of defend their own property in that way.
He says, though, he's not stopping and will be setting up his tripwire until further notice.
It's that little bit of justice that'll be served every time, you know.
In New Orleans, Devin Bartolotta, Eyewitness News.
Bat says the NOPD has named a suspect in the case, and we reached out to the NOPD to confirm that, but we haven't heard back from them yet.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
The same New Orleans East gas station where the manager said more than a dozen carjackings happened this year is targeted once again.
A dozen carjackings happening at one gas station in New Orleans. And we're only in April. That's 3 a month. I'm telling you, these super gremlins are on demon time.
As Natasha Robin reports, a man was assaulted and carjacked as he pumped gas.
It's really being consistently bad and targeting ordinary people.
Thursday night, just after 9, a man pulled up to the Fuel Express Mart on Morrison and started pumping gas. Little did he know a carjacker seemed to be lying in wait. You see the hooded man cross the parking lot and walk right up to the victim, assault him.
Okay, guys, super gremlins who are hooded like that, most likely Pooh Shiesty mask. Y'all already know if you watch this channel, that's an indicator of demon time.
And then take off in his vehicle.
Very bad. At an all-time high. Scary.
Troy Rhodes and his cousin comes to this gas station together as a way to deter any potential carjackers. Rhodes says he's heard about the amount of crime that's unfolding across the city, but especially right here at this gas station.
We've heard that there have been several carjackings here, but I try not to come by myself.
This thing been repeatedly happen in the area a lot, and I don't see anything that would change it so far.
Fox 8 showed you a carjacking at the same gas station last month.
Shorty gave it up. See, this super gremlin carjacking sisters. I mean, he got off with a BMW. She threw him the keys. Look, it looked like he flashed a gun and she threw him the keys.
Showed you a carjacking at the same gas station last month.
There you go.
The carjacker shoved a gun in a woman's face as she pumped gas. But the store manager says another incident unfolded only days later.
And y'all heard what Nardo Wick said. He says, I ain't never lacking. I pump gas with my gun out. And I think that everybody else should take his advice. I mean, he obviously he doesn't give good advice most of the time, but when he does say something that's pretty much a jewel, you got to implement that into your daily life. Okay? Pull the strap out while you pumping gas. Let them know that, hey, if you jacking somebody, it ain't gonna be me.
3 days later, a lady was carjacked while her 2 babies in a car. She had a 1-year and a 3-year-old.
They're so brazen. You know, you're watching over your shoulder just to make sure you're not noticing any suspicious activity, but then sometimes you're just blindsided, you know, something you can never prepare for.
Customers are on edge. The manager of the gas station says there have been more than a dozen carjackings at this gas station alone since the beginning of the year, and something must be done.
We're talking to different companies to bring security to the store, and hopefully in a few days we'll have security.
The NOPD says it will continue to investigate this incident and the others that unfolded right here at this gas station. In New Orleans East, Natasha Robin, Fox 8, Local First.
Calls for calm after a violent weekend. Right now, several homicide investigations underway, one in New Orleans East and the other 4 in Algiers. Victims include a 63-year-old on Lamarck Street, a woman on Cobblestone Lane, a man on Herschel Street, and a man on West Bend Parkway. Tonight, police continue to look for answers. Meanwhile, the mentor of a young man killed late last month says his mission is to stop the violence. It's just beginning. WDSU's Harrison Goldening's live with a story you'll only see on 6 tonight. Harrison?
Well, Sherman, simply put, this is the story of a teacher learning from a student's life and demanding peace after that student's death.
He was such a fun-loving individual, always smiling. The moment I met him, he was just like 32T smile.
A teacher remembering the student who taught him.
He had an incredible ability to articulate his thoughts and his feelings.
Ijaz Mason first met Shane Brown at New Orleans Charter Science and Math High School. Mason taught film, and Brown wanted to make one.
He walks in my room one day and it's just like, Mr. Mason, I got this story I want to tell. I want to tell a story about Black boys in the inner city and what they go through.
Black boy, the city failed you. Society taught you to hate yourself.
This was
Okay. We're gonna address this film. The first claim that they made in this film is the city failed you. The city failed you. In New Orleans, I can get behind that. All right. I can get behind that, but it's not so much the city failed them, it's the community, the people from the community who run the city failed them. Jason Williams, you know, namely one of the guys who is instrumental into the uproar and crime in New Orleans. Okay, district attorneys who are soft on these super gremlins, right? The next claim that they make, society taught you to hate yourself. Bruh, if you think these super gremlins hate themselves, you got another thing coming. Okay? They love themselves. They just hate you.
Black boy, the city failed you. Society taught you to hate yourself.
This was the result. A 10-minute short called Like a Ship Without a Sail, portraying kids caught in school to prison pipelines. Mason advised in production, but it was Brown who wrote the script, which took first in the 2019 Louisiana Film Prize junior competition.
You plead guilty and maybe...
But I told you I ain't do it. Then why are you here?
But in the now 2 weeks since Brown was shot and killed, his body found in a Little Woods canal, Mason says this award-winning film of tragedy holds a new tragedy all its own.
So he tries to make a film. Well, he successfully creates a film called Like a Ship Without a Sail about the school to prison pipeline. And he ends up not going to prison, not getting arrested, not going to jail, not serving time, not being on an ankle monitor, or supervised release. No. He ends up encountering a super gremlin on demon time.
About an aspiring filmmaker and dreams cut short.
Who knows what he could have become? Who knows what, he ultimately could have done for this world, especially for the city of New Orleans. But now I guess we'll never know.
But Mason maintains this story isn't over yet. Not if others pick up where Shane Brown left off.
That's where storytellers come in, right? Like, they remind us that there is hope, that there is resiliency. Keep pushing, keep believing that there is a greater, brighter, safer New Orleans. And if we all just keep hoping and keep working for that, then I think that we'll get there.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right, guys. So we got a live today. It is a Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. So get your drinks out. We are going to break down this Dr. Umar video because I was watching it and I actually like Dr. Umar, even though he's a scam artist. I still like him. Okay. I like his personality. I like some of the things that he has to say, but some of the things he's all off. And I did want to break down a video, but in this video that I have for you guys, Dr. Umar is actually speaking about sisters, and one of them, he's speaking directly to a sister about her situation. So let me just make sure this is the right video. Let's see. All right. So there's a clip where he is talking to a single mother, and the way that this woman or the whoever messed up the child, I'm not going to put it all on the woman because the man who is, whose kids those are, it's a problem with him too, but also she did lay down with him. So you could like bounce off the accountability, but these kids is messed up. Okay. And he is breaking this down. And then I'm going to get into a video where he says, he basically details how white women take successful Black men. So we're going to break down two videos, and it's going to be really fun, guys. I am going to drop the StreamYard link once we get grooving and going and get some more people up in here. And I actually might grab a beer and make this really interesting because it is Thirsty Thursday. But anyways, let us go ahead and get into the video. Like I said, this is not a diss to Dr. Umar. Even he's really done a number to his credibility. Okay, and there's a lot of really good things that he says, and there's a lot of really off bad things that he says. But when it comes to the finances, he really did a number on his credibility. Like if he would have actually used the donations, for good and did something instead of just continue to blame white supremacy, like, my dude, it's not that hard to buy a property and renovate it. I mean, it takes money, but it's not that hard to get done, especially if you don't penny pinch. All that money them folks done sent you, all the money the Black community done sent you. And it's almost like he was like the first trial run of Black Lives Matter. I think that they used Dr. Umar as a model to base, like, they were like, oh shit, now we can see, okay, just go 100% blackity black, except they used 3, LGBT females to lead the movement. And that's what really sold people, because it was women behind the movement. And these women had such a strong influence. Then they were like freaking quadruple minorities and shit. So that's why everybody got fooled, and like niggas wanted money, and niggas wanted to protest and get free Jordans during the riot. So anyways, let's get into this video. Dr. Umar Johnson is red-pilled on black women.
State of South Carolina wants to execute a black man on the 29th of this month. State of South Carolina wants to execute a black man on the 29th of this month.
Oh God. Oh, we're already into it. All right. So South Carolina is actually going to execute a black man, absolutely, on the 29th of this month. He is absolutely correct. And they're going to do it by firing squad. Okay? So let's get into it. And we're going to see exactly what this brother did to deserve this fate. He had the death penalty anyway. And the super gremlin's name is Richard Bernard Moore. So we're going to get into exactly what this guy did. But people are urging to halt the execution. So let's get into it. He already said some shit that made me have to react and correct him. So let's get into it. Why is this man being executed? Okay. Why is this man being executed? Why is he? Because honestly, you die. You're going to die anyway, especially if you killed somebody else. I don't give a fuck how they die. At that point, make it as painful as possible. Okay. If they kill somebody else in cold blood, make it as painful as possible. Not no quasi self-defense, like without a shadow of a doubt. If they,
New
so
at
let's get
11,
into
a
it.
Spartanburg man is set to be South Carolina's first execution since adding the firing squad to its options. 57-year-old Richard Moore has spent more than 2 decades on death row.
So he's in prison on death row for 20 years. So during this time, they're crossing their T's, dotting their I's, making sure that they got the right guy, even though they're pretty sure they got the right guy, using him for maybe some type of free labor. I don't know. Maybe to fill some quota, whatnot. But he's in there for 20 years. Okay. He's a lifer. And if you know anything about prison and the prison game, the lifers are the most violent because why? They have nothing to lose. Okay. They have nothing to lose, and they're most likely to go into solitary confinement because of that. So a lot of these lifers spend a lot of time in solitary confinement. So that makes them whacked out in the head. And when you do something violent, you automatically get put into solitary confinement. Plus, he has nothing to lose. He knows he's about to die, or not about to die, but he knows that, what is in his path. I mean, that would be the worst fate ever, just knowing that you're just living to die.
He was convicted of killing convenience store clerk James Mahoney. His execution is scheduled for April 29th.
So he killed a store clerk. He killed a store clerk, James Mahoney. Let me see if I can find a picture of James Mahoney to get an ID. Let me see, because people just like the communitize like free him. Like on social media, they're saying free him. He did his time. He did his time. This nigga will get out of jail and and kill again. I guarantee it, my nigga. So he kills a store clerk, and I can't find a picture of the store clerk that he did kill, but it's fucked up. Okay, got it. Actually, no, I don't. All right, yeah, I couldn't find it. But the nigga killed a store clerk, and the community is saying free him. Okay, they're saying free him, and if you don't believe me, go to any of these blogs, and they posted it that he's going to be the first person to get killed by firing squad, and they're saying free him in the comments section.
He can choose between the electric chair or the firing squad. His execution was originally set for December 2020, but had to be delayed because South Carolina could not buy any lethal injection drugs.
Okay, so they don't have the serum. There's 3 ingredients that you need for the lethal injection. I'm not going to say it on here, but they don't have the serum to do the lethal injection. So they have petitioned for firing squad. All right. And let's see. I just want to get like a briefing on exactly what he did. But anyways, guys, make sure you hit the super trap. Make sure you support the channel. Oh God, okay. Okay, so it looks like he might have killed a store clerk. Okay, got it. I found James Mahoney. I'm doing a lot right now. I'm pretty sure this is him. Nope. God damn. Yeah, I can't find a picture of James Mahoney. But anyways, he's talking about this brother who killed somebody. Lethal injection, firing squad. Obviously the firing squad is probably more painful. But it's like, bro, that's what the fuck do you expect, my nigga? You killed somebody in cold blood.
State of North Carolina, South Carolina wants to execute a black man. We hope that doesn't happen. We send support to him and his family. This will be the first time in recent history of South Carolina that they will execute someone by firing squad. Believe it or not, I believe the South Carolina legislature reinstituted firing squad.
And I'm rocking with it. You shoot somebody, you get shot. So let me fast forward because we wanted to get more into his philosophy on women. Let me see if we can get fast forward into it.
Sister Judge Katanji, I hope you. Let me see if we got any parents. We are here for the parents today, not for the
All right, so he's about to get on the phone call with a single mother, so pay attention.
Politics.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, is it too late for my son? He's 19 years old, and he has been pulled over by the police twice now.
So he's 19 years old, and he's been pulled over by the police twice. Now, let me tell you something about driving. I've been driving since I was freaking 13 years old. You don't just get pulled over by the police. You're doing some shit. Sometimes it's random. Sometimes you have bad luck. Maybe it's your car. Okay. I know people who get pulled over because they have a car that a lot of the super gremlins be whipping in. All right. So that could be something, especially if you're in a major city or commuting to and from a major city. But to get pulled over twice at 19, you're doing something wrong.
And it's hard to like figure out what to do with him.
Okay. So what's going on with him? I know you said he was pulled over by the police twice, but what is your concern? What's going on with him?
Well, I feel as if he might be having mental issues, you know, because it's mostly my boys, not my daughters.
Okay, so you hear what she says. For one, 2 boys, and then daughters, and she's single. How many kids do you have? Like, this is unacceptable. We got way too many single mothers out here, okay? And Umar is out here saying, you know, you can't be pro-black if you're not dating a black woman. Bro, it's fucking hard. You seriously want us niggas who got their head on straight to be stepdaddy to this situation. A 19-year-old boy who, if you tell him to fold his clothes, clean his room, and make his bed every morning, he will be on the verge of killing you. I'm not playing. I just did a story on a brother, or a super gremlin rather, who killed his fucking grandmother. He killed his grandmother, 96-year-old Meemaw. Shot her dead in a rocking chair. Okay? This nigga, Jeremy Ingram, shot a 96-year-old. I mean, you can't tell these little niggas nothing. Okay? Can't tell them nothing. And I've also seen stories of gliders clapping their parents, but it's a lot less frequent. Okay? It is a lot less frequent. And it's unfortunate, but you want us to have to pick through a pool of women who got upwards of 3-4 kids. No father in sight. It ain't like she got divorced. She just chose wrong 5 times.
That's the my main concern. And I'm like, why is it my boys and not my daughters? You know?
Right. Well, I can say this. Oftentimes, and this might not be the case with you, sister, but oftentimes mothers tend to raise their daughters and love their sons. Mothers tend to raise their daughters and love their sons, which means the daughters tend to do a little better. They tend to be more independent, more responsible, because they're given more discipline. Whereas with the boys, because the Black woman is so afraid of what could happen to them in society, or because she feels so guilty that the father is not there, she tends to enable his dysfunctional behaviors and provide him and shower him with a whole bunch of love and emotional support. But she tends not to give her son the same discipline and expectation of responsibility.
Okay, so he's right. The sons get coddled. Okay? And the boys do not receive discipline. Happens all the time. And like I said, this is not a bash Umar. I fuck with a lot of shit that he says. But then a lot of shit, he's just off, okay? He's just off. And that's just like everybody. We're going to agree and disagree. I wouldn't want him to be a significant leader, especially if he's in charge of the finances, because, you know, that's not his strong suit. I think he needs to stick to the psychology shit and handle or hire an accountant, you know, and maybe try this damn school shit again and, you know, hire an accountant. But it's tough out here, bruh. It's tough out here. Like a lot of people saying, oh, just find a woman who ain't got kids, bruh. That's the starting point. That's just the starting point
that she gives to her daughter. So raising the daughters and loving the sons is one of the challenges of the single Black mother household. Does that sound like you?
Yes, it does. And I'm trying to figure out, is it because I'm not able to function as a man, or?
No, it's not that you can't function as a man. Again, it's that it's not natural.
And listen to the rationale of this sister. Is it that I can't, like, she automatically goes to that feminist, womanist? Is it because I'm not the mom and the dad? Like, look, you can't do it. You can't discipline a 19-year-old boy. I don't give a fuck how these women want to say, oh, we're equal, you're equal. Your 19-year-old son will kick your ass. And you know, hopefully it never gets to that point. But your 19-year-old son will kick your ass, okay? And if he's a super gremlin, he won't give a damn about it. All right. He will beat the shit out of you and it'll be it. Okay. So she can't discipline his, she can't say shit to him. And especially if he picking up guns, that's what they call it. Oh, he picking up them guns. They don't even say he toting guns or he bought a gun. He picking up them guns now.
For the mother, in most cases, to be the disciplinarian and the boundary setter. The disciplinarian and the boundary setter is usually the masculine parent. So it's usually the father. And so the balance of the household is the mother provides the emotional support and the father provides the discipline. So there, you have your left brain, right brain balance in the home. You have your masculine, which is your discipline and your responsibility and your structure. And then you have your feminine, which is your love, your emotional support, you see. But when the father's not there, the mother has to play both roles. And
right,
of course,
I'm having a hard time.
Mods, make sure you drop the links in the chat. Make sure you drop the links in the chat. Mods, get on your job.
Right.
I'm trying to make that happen because I feel like I'm always, at work, and I just don't know how to execute that discipline that they need at this age.
How old are your sons?
19 and 12. You met one of them.
19 and 12. Okay.
So listen up about the 12-year-old. The 19-year-old's done. He's done. Okay? It's OV. All right? It's OV. Okay? It's OV. The 19-year-old's done. Okay? Is there any redemption? Most likely not. He's already getting in trouble. He's on a negative trajectory. You can't really do much with him as a mother unless you got him a very strong mentor who he's not going to kill, right? A strong mentor who he can't beat his ass. That's the only way.
What is the 19-year-old? Is he out of high school yet?
No, he's still struggling to try to do that. The judge did. He judged him well. He said, if you finish high school, I'll drop all of these charges.
Okay. What grade is he in?
Oh, so did you hear that? The judge told him, and this is what I'm saying. Go to school to prison pipeline. My nigga, the judges are giving slaps on the wrist. They giving slaps on the wrist. If you watch my channel, most of these niggas who end up on my channel have multiple on top of multiple charges. The judges are giving slaps on the wrist. It's open season. Okay. And I remember when this first started, like niggas would come back home and I'd be like, whoa, this nigga just got arrested. Now he back home. Oh, this nigga snitching. That's what everybody was saying at first. These niggas snitching. But nah, it ain't even that. They're just pushing back the court date, delaying the court date, supervised release, and some dudes are actually taking advantage of that and getting their life on straight. But that's probably like 15%. The other 85% are on demon time.
Well, it'll be 12th grade. He's trying to finish right now.
Okay.
So if you finish high school, I'm wiping everything clean off your record. You finish high school, I'm wiping everything clean off your record. You get your GED, young man, and your record's wiped clean. What a fucking deal. Okay? What a deal. This country is built on making deals. Art of the deal, right? What a sweet fucking deal. You done rob niggas. Maybe held them at gunpoint. You getting pulled over, fleeing from police. You go see the judge, and he tells you some shit that you're supposed to be doing anyway. Finish high school and I'll get it wiped off your record. Like, what the fuck? If you fuck up that opportunity, my nigga, then you just a dumbass. But then these are the same niggas who will say racist criminal justice system. My nigga, the judge is giving out care packages. I know, like, I'm really, like, I know niggas who get locked up every week. I'm in Atlanta. I know niggas who get locked up every week. Judges is giving out care packages, my nigga. Judges are giving commissary on the streets. You don't even gotta be in prison to receive commissary. They giving it to you.
One of the things I often tell parents with high school students who are not necessarily motivated to complete high school is you got to have a real gut check conversation with your son.
Bro, the nigga's not even trying to complete high school. It's over. You failed as a parent. You're done. A woman can't have a gut check conversation with a man. I'm sorry. Sisters want to be equal and shit. You can't have a gut check conversation with a man. Okay? A gut check conversation is me getting in your motherfucking grill and telling you what it is gonna be, not what it could be or should be, what it is gonna be. You are gonna finish high school. You are gonna go to class. You ain't finna miss another day of school. And if you do, you gonna have to see me. You're gonna have to see me, and you don't wanna see me. I'm like John Cena. You don't wanna see me. Okay? So this ain't no motherfucking, like, you can't have no gut check. A woman can't have no gut check conversation with no man. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
To decide if it's better for him to just take his GED and get it over with.
So take the GED and get it over with. I mean, I'm not against it. Study for the graduation test. Take the GED and get the shit wiped off your record as soon as possible. Cause it sounds like this nigga got bad influences at school for real. All right. And he might be the lead super gremlin. You don't know.
A GED prep course, which are normally
y'all hear the babies in the back. Listen up. Y'all hear the babies in the back. And one of us black men are supposed to play stepdaddy. One of us black men are supposed to play stepdaddy to 4 kids.
But it might be better for him to take a GED prep course and go ahead and sit for his GED. That way he'll be done with high school. He can go right into trade school or college or whatever the case may be. And you guys are right there.
Baby coughing in the background. Damn, when the last time she spit out a kid? You got a newborn? Like, what the fuck is going on? And she's still having kids. Can't even take care of your 19-year-old, but you still popping them out. What the fuck is going on?
In the mecca of the HBCUs down in Georgia, you got Alabama, you got South Carolina, North Carolina. You guys are
send them to an HBCU if you want to. The nigga gonna get in way more trouble out in HBCU. I did a story on the shooting at Gremlins State. I did a story on a shooting on Clark Atlanta campus. I did a story on a shooting at Florida AMU or Florida A&M, FAMU. I did a story on Howard University shooting right outside the campus of Howard University. Send them to HBCU if you want to.
They're right there in the center of HBCU country. So for me, the question is whether he should be focusing on a GED. If he's not going to finish, it ain't no need to play around with it. If he can, if he wants to finish, that's one thing. But
if he wants to finish, there ain't no option. And see, this is why I said a woman can't have a gut check conversation with a man, because she can't give that ultimatum. Because how's she going to enforce it?
If he's not going to take it seriously, it's no need to play around with it. He needs to just go ahead and prepare for his GED.
Gotcha. That makes sense. My other son, he wants to start wearing makeup and stuff like that.
Uh-oh. So one son is a thug. The other one is LGBT. She's doing a damn good job being mom and dad.
No, tell him we're not doing that. Tell him we're not doing that. Tell them
we're not doing that. Yo, that's just gonna make him want to do it more. That's just gonna make him want to do it more. God. What'd she say? The kid was 12, 13? He's already freaking... Damn. So she got one son that's a thug. The other son is LGBT. And me as a man, I'm supposed to go into that situation or situation, right? And place big stepdaddy.
tell him in your house, you have a certain code of conduct. It's real simple. No debates. I'm the parent. This is my house. I pay the bills. When you move out this house, not when you turn 18, because he may very well still be in your house when he's 18. He may still very well be in your house.
Guys, like the video, share the video, hit that super trap, Let's get it going.
At 21, you tell him when you move out of this house, after your 18th birthday, whenever that is, when you're out my house, then you can make decisions for your own life. But in this house, children do not make those kinds of decisions. Adults make them. And when you're on your own and out of my house, you can do whatever you want to do at that point. Now, but here's the question for both of your sons. Where is the influence coming from? With your younger son, where is the...
Here we go. We're getting into the influence.
The influence coming for him to join the Rainbow Nation? And for your older son, where's the influence coming for the juvenile delinquency?
TikTok for the 12-year-old.
TikTok. So these women are saying, oh, I'm mom and dad. No, you're not. You're giving the little nigga an iPad and telling him to shut the fuck up. That's what you're doing. He on TikTok all fucking day. Why are these... TikTok is not a child's app, okay? I'm just going to tell you right now, they say, oh, it's a kid's app. Oh, it's a kid's app. They shadow ban it. Yeah, they do shadow ban a lot of shit. They only shadow ban the shit that is, it depends. They shadow ban a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie, okay? But a lot of these LGBT, like, they never ban those people. Never. They're able to turn into a whole man and damn near show they fucking dick on the TikTok screen. Do a dance with their dick out. I'm telling you, these LGBT, like, they really are on demon time when it comes to, like, the influence on the kids and stuff like that. Like, with this Florida law, the don't say gay bill or whatever is what they're calling it, right? That's really not even the name. It's I forgot exactly what it is. Let me see. I was gonna do a breakdown on that shit. Let me see. Let me get the freaking law name. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Parental Rights and Education Bill. All right. These motherfuckers, these LGBT representatives, they want to talk about inappropriate sexual relationships with kids in the elementary schools. They've got it everywhere. Why? How do I know? Because I work in the freaking elementary schools. I work in the elementary schools. Yes, I work in the elementary schools. They got the rainbow shit all over the walls. Okay? So yeah, don't say the shit. Don't bring it up. It's irrelevant to you learning. It's irrelevant. But they're grooming these kids because, like we had the discussion about Ketanji Brown, and it's super ironic that he was talking about Judge Ketanji, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji, earlier in this video. and then it comes out that this young man is gay, and then the way that it comes out that, or the way that he got turned out, we'll listen up. I don't want to spoil the surprise. It's an unpleasant surprise, but I don't want to spoil it. But she is soft on chomos. So she is going to be a part of the grooming process. She is a part of the scapegoating for these types of people.
Okay.
I believe strongly, but he says it's not.
So you saying there's a strong rainbow movement on TikTok?
Extremely strong. It's a strong rainbow movement everywhere, but on TikTok, they ain't banning nothing.
Right.
Okay, I haven't really had a chance to really go through TikTok. So then you may have to ban him from TikTok.
Boy, that boy might explode if you ban him from TikTok.
You may have to ban him from TikTok or give him an ultimatum. The next time you start acting like you want to float around my house, I'm going to ban you from TikTok.
I mean, he's already made his mind up. It's over. It's done. It's too late. You can't turn the clock back on these little niggas. I know we got that one dude, I'm not gay no more. That's the only nigga who changed his gay status. Ain't nobody's turning back. Especially a man. I could see if it was a young girl, she's like lesbian, you know what I'm saying? Lipstick lesbian, whatever. If she's a dyke, it's over, bro. It's over. But if she's like lipstick lesbian, there's potential. Okay. But a young boy, it's OV. He's already turned out.
You know, but you got to put some boundaries there. If it's already too far gone, then you might just got to ban him from TikTok, because that influence is clearly getting the best of him, and we can't have that. We need men for our women in the community. So you may have to ban TikTok. Be careful what you say to him, though. Be careful what you say, because, you know, we're living in an era where
these super gremlins will motherfucking kill your ass.
Have a right to be adults. And if you say the wrong thing, they will accuse you of child abuse and try to take him from you and send him to a rainbow family where he's free to participate in things that we don't necessarily agree with under the umbrella of African culture. So, you know,
the umbrella of African culture, bruh. I don't know when the last time my nigga Dr. Umar went to Africa, but it's a lot of homosexuality in Africa. And they come down hard on it. Well, some do, but bro, to act as if like this isn't African culture, like, African people, we don't come from a homosexual. Come on, bro. It's a lot of shit going on over there.
I wouldn't even get into it. It's my house. We don't do it. And you're going to follow my rules. And by the way, let's take that TikTok off your phone. You need a break. You might just need to give him a break. There you go. Give him a break from...
A break. It's over, bruh. He's already gay. He's saying that he's gay. He's identifying as gay at, what do they say, 12? Bruh, you can't ungay that nigga. He probably been looking at like homosexual content since he was like 6 years old. She gave him the iPhone. She gave him the iPhone at 4 years old, told him to shut the fuck up.
TikTok. No TikTok until school starts back up. You're done with TikTok for this summer. This spring and summer, no TikTok. You might want to consider that. With your older son, he needs an after-school job. And
you heard him, after-school job. And I'm not against that. He needs a fucking job. Yeah, definitely. Will he get one?
Needs some sort of a structured activity that he can participate in. Where is their father?
There you go. So he asked the fundamental question: where is the father? Where are the fathers in the community? It's a real question. What do you guys think it is? Are niggas leaving their kids? I might actually put a poll up. So what do you guys think it is? Are niggas leaving their kids, or the women are pushing them away from the family? Okay, let me know what you guys think. Are the men in the community leaving their kids? Are they just deadbeat dads? Or are the women pushing them away so that they can't be with their families? Okay, let me know what you guys think. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Let me just make this poll right quick if I can. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to do it on my computer. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are the men just leaving, ain't shit deadbeat dads? Or are the women pushing these men away? Let's see.
On strung out on drugs in Toledo, Ohio, for the oldest one. He's already, he wanted to sign his rights over at 4. So he never was.
Damn. He said he was signing his rights over at 4. All right, so I'm making the poll, guys. The question is going to be, are black men in the community deadbeat dads, or are the women pushing them away? So that's the question. Let's see. All right. That's the question. Mhm. All right. So we asked the question. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Again, I thank everybody for joining this stream. She said that the father was strung out on drugs in Arizona. He wanted to give up his parental rights at the age of 4 years old. So it sounds like black men are deadbeats out here. I don't know though. With this case, it's the deadbeat situation.
On strung out on drugs in Toledo, Ohio, for the oldest one. He's already, he wanted to sign his.
Whoa. She said that's only the oldest one's son. So why the fuck did you keep having, or the oldest one's father? Why the fuck did she keep having kids? Why did she keep having kids?
And he needs some sort of a structured activity that he can participate in. Where is their father?
On strung out on drugs in Toledo, Ohio, for the oldest one. He's already, he wanted to sign his rights over at 4.
God. So how many baby daddies does she have? If you trying to come into this family and play big stepdaddy, how many baby daddies do you have to fight off? How many baby daddies do you have to go and say, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let you know that me and your baby moms, we doing the damn thing. We doing our damn thing. I love her. I love her, man. Like, I really have strong feelings for her. I love your kids, man. They're great kids. They listen up. They do their homework. He ain't, one of them ain't finna graduate college or high school, but we getting them on the right path, man. We gonna get them right. We gonna get them in the trade school, man. I love this family, man. I love this family, and I'm just coming to you man to man, and I'm asking for your blessing, big dog. So if you could do me that big favor, do me that big solid, bro, and give me the go ahead, and I promise you, brother, I promise you, I will take care of your family, your kids, your baby moms. They safe under my covering. How many baby daddies do you have to say this to? How many baby daddies do you have to say this to? So I'm looking at the poll, and woo, it says, oh, okay. It says 35% are they're deadbeats and ain't shit niggas. And then 65% say the women are toxic and push the men away. So the poll says that it's the women who are pushing the men away. In this instance, it doesn't look like it, but the poll says otherwise.
So he never was a part of his life. The other one, he wants to get his son in for the summer, but he assaulted my daughter when she was 7.
Whoa. So the other baby daddy wants to get his son, but he assaulted her daughter, who is probably the daughter of another man. So we've got 3 confirmed baby daddies already. My question is, who is allowing these women? Who is allowing these women? Well, I mean, you can't really allow. Is anybody I don't even know what to say. 3 kids by 3 different men is crazy. Crazy. One of the baby daddies touched on the little girl. And this is why you don't want to have your children around other men. But these women don't seem to learn. Okay. Allegedly, all of this is alleged, right? But hey, man, ain't nobody hit the super trap this whole time. We an hour deep and no super traps, man. Janquavius. Where you at, big dog?
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
God damn, I'm shook, bro. I'm shook. Who's trying to play stepdaddy to this situation? It's a lot of shit going on.
Okay. What type of assault?
Said that he's not doing any harm to his son, so he should be kept out of his son's life. So I was made.
Yo, shout out to Guttural Twang with the $9.99 super trap. The $9.99 super trap. Guttural Twang is definitely.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
Gutter Twang is definitely outside with the $9.99 super trap. We got Mr. Jake the Great with the $4.99 super trap. He says, yo, say less, Janquavius. All right.
Oh, say less.
That's my guy. You already know.
To maybe forced to let him participate in his life.
Okay, so
Sure.
understood. Okay, yeah, well, that's serious there. That's serious. Very serious. Probably the most egregious thing that you can be charged or accused of. So he's going to get his son?
He's got them already a few times.
He's in Georgia with you?
Yeah, he's in.
So they in Georgia. So, and I'm in Georgia. I'm supposed to, this is who I got to pick from. Oh, shout out to Sho Sugino. He says, as you will, sir. Oh, appreciate it, Sho Sugino.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
Sho Sugino is definitely outside with it.
Wisconsin.
Okay, so how do they?
A few summers, nothing happened, but he has some type of rainbow friends of the ex-wife was a major influence on the influence of her semi-rainbow son.
Wow, so you got rainbow friends and semi-rainbow sons. Ain't no semi-rainbow. You either rainbow or you ain't. Okay? You either rainbow or you ain't. Shout out to JL. He says, there you go. Keep working, brother. Hey, shout out to JL with the $9.99 super trap.
Oh, say less.
Okay.
So And that's where I think he got most of his attributes and his desires from.
That's a tough one because that's a tough one. I'm going to tell you why. Because if I'm sitting in your seat, and I have a 12-year-old son, okay, and his other parent has a questionable rainbow history.
A questionable rainbow? What the fuck? No! You're either rainbow or you're not. Ain't no questionable rainbow history. I have to question his rainbowness.
Or a stepchild that might be a part of rainbow culture, you know, and then the parent was found to have abused one of my other children, and now my son has rainbow tendencies. There's very few situations under which I would say it's acceptable to withhold a child from the parent. Very few situations under which I would agree it's acceptable to withhold a child from the parent. But I'm gonna tell you, sister, you might have just gave me my first. You might.
God damn. Hey, man, and leave it up to these sisters to create it's almost an unfathomable situation where you got these different rainbow influences. You got the thug son, you got the rainbow son, then you got your girl, she done been touched on, your baby girl done been touched on by the rainbow influence people. Like, it's all bad. And I'm supposed to come in as big stepdaddy.
Have just given me my first. I could not send my child to the other parent if that parent was convicted. I don't think I could send them. I couldn't do it. If that parent wants to see their child, it would have to be supervised visitation, possibly at the courthouse or inside the home of a relative.
He said at the courthouse, and then you can't see his son unless it's at the courthouse. God damn.
I could not send my 12-year-old around that type of energy. I couldn't. He could end up getting turned out. I could not do it.
God damn.
I cannot do it. Now, the judge, 99% of me says the judge should have denied him the visitation.
Right.
I understand potentially for the 1% why he didn't, only because the judge may have been of the mindset that he touched the girl, he didn't touch the boy. But the reason why I can't go with that either is because you don't know if it's a bisexual. You see, and you can't take the chance.
Ooh, this is crazy.
You can't take the chance on your son's life to find out if the other parent is simply a heterosexual or a bisexual. It's too risky. So no, the judge should have voted it down. The judge should have voted it down. Your son's mental health and sexual health cannot be left up to chance because he simply has not been found guilty of touching boys. No.
And let me tell you something, guys. Hot Black Desiato makes a great point. He says these sister judges might rule that he needs to transition to a girl like the kid in Texas. Absolutely. These LGBT judges, they will keep your child away from you. And then if there is a LGBT influence in your child's life and it's not corrected, they'll encourage the transition. It's crazy out here.
No, the judge was wrong. No. 100%. The judge was wrong. Should not have allowed him to get his son. Supervised visitation. You may have to go back to court. And again, this is all based on if everything you're saying is correct.
Right. This is all alleged. We're not taking this woman's 100% word for it. But to me, it's like, my nigga, what does she got to lie for? She's up here asking for help. She's asking for help because she knows she in a fucked up situation.
Okay, and true. You see, now if it was just an allegation and it wasn't proven, that's a different conversation. It's still a concern though, because you got the stepchild in there, you know, running around with the flag, even if it was just an allegation against the other parent. But if this was a proven thing and you got the stepchild, that's too much sexual perversion, deviation going on for me to send my child.
And let me tell you something about these women. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. So what if my kid gay? He gay, shit. Okay? That's their attitude. That's their mindset. I was actually at a baby shower with a sister, and this has happened at other baby showers too. Especially like the liberal baby showers, like the white liberals and stuff. But she was basically saying, I can't wait for the child to come out, because it came out that it was a boy. It came out that it was a boy. And she's like, oh, I can't wait for the child to come out and be whoever he wants to be. And then she says some weird shit like, even if he comes out gay, we're going to love him the same way. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Don't be cursing my kid like that. That's what I would have said. Like, what the fuck? Don't just be speaking on my son like you want. Fuck no. Okay? But this is how these women are like coming. Before the child is even conceived, they trying to turn the nigga gay. They trying to turn a nigga gay. Like, literally, the baby hasn't even been born yet. They trying to turn a nigga gay at the baby shower. He ain't even here. Okay?
My goodness, my goodness.
But thank you.
No problem.
I really appreciate that expertise and that conversation coming from you.
And you have my number, so reach out whenever you can. Your situation is a very challenging one, sister. We stand behind you. It's not easy. If there's any brothers out there who know of any programs.
He recommended the programs. Goddamn. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Programs. Talking about if any brothers in the area, send her some programs. My nigga, programs ain't finna help shit with it. It's over. It's over. There are no homosexuality conversion camps. Like the young man, he's gay. It's donezo. She turned him gay. Whatever influences, whatever television, whatever media she allowed him to view. Yes, she allowed him. Why does your kid have a tablet at this young age? I would have got my son a flip phone. You can only use this phone to call me and text your little friends. Okay? No internet during the week. And it's going to be hella parental control on the laptops, and the laptops or whatever, the computer, the desktop is going to be in a main living area so I can see what the fuck you're doing on a computer. Okay? That's how you raise these modern kids. Not giving a damn tablet when he fucking 2 years old just because you want to keep him busy. Like, come on. But we're supposed to come up. We're supposed to be the cleanup man to this situation. My question is, why didn't you volunteer to date this woman, Umar? Why didn't you volunteer to take this queen off the market, bruh?
For 12 and 17-year-old black boys, please reach out to me so I can reach out to the sister. If you know of any programs, I don't care if it's chess, mentorship, boys club, anything that's positive.
If the nigga can't finish high school, he's not going to be able to learn how to play chess. If the nigga didn't finish high school, he's probably not going to be able to know how to play chess. And, I wanted to, I got a copyright strike for this clip last time when I played it, but I got to play it, man. I got to play it. I got to play it because this woman.
She belongs to the street. Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent. Chase a chick, never chase a bitch. Chase no bitch, mask on, fuck it, mask on, mask.
Hey, I had to send her to the streets, y'all. I had to send her to the streets. I don't want none of y'all to play big stepdaddy to a situation like this. Shout out to the brother IR. He puts $3 on it, man, with the super sticker, aka the super truck.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, man, you gotta send her. You gotta send her back to the streets, bruh. You gotta send her back to the streets.
For boys that we can send to this sister to get her sons involved in, please reach out to me so I can reach out to her. So if I hear from any brothers who's watching this live, I'll definitely get that information to you.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, Queen. Be blessed.
Okay.
All right. Man,
sheesh.
It's a hell of a thing. And it makes it real bad for good brothers, because what happens is when you date
you heard what he said. It makes it real bad for good brothers to do what? To be the cleanup man. And see, he's speaking in the next video we're gonna play. Umar is speaking from experience, because he don't get it fucked up. He's an eligible bachelor. He's out here in these streets dating. So he's starting to run into the type of sisters that we got out here. And he's like, fuck. He's like, fuck. I'm motherfucking tired. I'm tired. Now he's trying to say, it's a hell of a thing. And it makes it hard for good, hardworking brothers. Nigga, we been saying this shit. We been out here saying this shit. And Umar, he probably running into some bad bitches on Instagram. Ooh, King Umar, I love the way you doing this. I love the way you doing this, brother Umar. Can you bless my what? Yeah, I mean, he probably got all types of Afrocentric bad Instagram bitches hitting him up. And he like, ooh, okay, let me see if I can build a empire with this one. Oh, damn, she got 2 kids. Let me see if I can build an empire. God damn, she got 2 baby daddies. Let me see if I got, damn, she got 5 kids and 6 baby daddies. How'd she do that?
the woman with children, or even when you have your own biological children, sometimes women can never be comfortable with a man around their daughters, even when there is no evidence whatsoever of pedophilia, because of all the men who take advantage of young children. It's a shame. But let us also say that women are just as guilty. There's just as many women.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget these women who touching on these young women and boys. Remember Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett said that Meemaw taught her how to masturbate at 9 years old. Her grandmother taught her how to masturbate at 9 years old. She's a fucking child molester.
Women who take advantage of children as there are men. But that tends to go unnoticed, just like crime has been painted with a black face, has been painted with a man's face.
He said crime has been painted with a black face. Yeah, by black niggas. Like, what the fuck? Crime has been painted with a black face. Yes. By these super gremlins on Demon Time. But anyways, let's get into the next video. This one, he's really going in. But before we get into this video, we're going to go to Jenquavius because I got to take a quick bathroom break.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
All right, guys, and we are back. So let's get into this next clip. Umar is talking about, he says, how white women take successful black men. What's love gotta do with it? So let's get into it.
Let me tell you one thing that separates white women from black women. Observation.
Whoa. How does he know what separates black women from white women? Has he been dating some snow bunnies? Then he says observation. Nah, you've been fucking some snow bunnies. You cannot convince me this brother is not fucking snow bunnies, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Black women want their men to have it all before she commits. The white woman only needs to see the potential and the commitment. I'm going to say it again. The black woman tends to want her man to have it all before she commits. The white woman don't need her man to have it all.
The nigga speaking facts. Okay. But what I will say though, it's true, but it's not true. So this is what I'm saying. When he's talking about, this is why I like, every time I talk about women, I'm not talking about fat bitches. I'm not talking about fat hoes. I'm not talking about these unattractive, ugly bitches. I'm not talking about older women, even though, you know, we love some older women. I'm 27 years old. I'm not talking about no fucking 35, 40-year-old women. I'm talking about women from the ages of 18 to my age, which is 27. And I'm also talking about bad bitches. I'm not talking about women who I would never be interested in a million years because of the way that they look. Okay? We can be homies. You can hop on the live stream, but I'm not talking about these women who don't look good. And that's what he's referring to. So he's referring to the attractive black women, because there are many black women who are dating bum ass niggas, having baby. I mean, look at the single mother that we just saw. Who the fuck are her baby daddies? Obviously, none of them wanted to stick with her. Okay? Obviously, none of them wanted to stick with her. So who are her baby daddies? Bum ass niggas. Most of them are bum ass niggas. Okay? And I can guarantee that she's not, no diss to the sister, but I can guarantee, I can just tell by her voice she's not that attractive. Okay? I can tell by the voice she's not that attractive. So when he's talking about white women will see the potential in a man and black women won't, he's talking about the bad black bitches, because I see fucking badass white hoes and they literally are with regular white guys or regular brothers or regular anybody. You don't have to be like thuggo rapper to get these women. But with the bad black chicks, you either got to be an athlete, or you got to be like a big step a trapper nigga, or you got to be rap style. Not saying that no man can get a bad black, but I'm just saying in general, if you want to generalize, I'm talking about bad bitches now.
She just needs to see his potential. And the white woman will back him and support him and ride with him and help develop him until he gets it all. See, one of the things black women got to stop doing, not all of you, some of you. Not all of you, some of you.
Right.
When you see a man who ain't got it, but he got the potential and he committed to getting it, commit at that time and ride with him. If you got to sign a contract to say that you guys are co-creators of every idea he comes up with, then make him sign a contract if you're afraid he's going to leave you once he makes it big. But the white woman will get with a broke-ass black man with potential.
Make him sign a contract till he makes it big. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And And I'm not saying that sisters are gold diggers or money hungry. Absolutely. I'm not saying that because, like I said, it's a lot of sisters dating bum ass niggas. But is it that serious that you think the nigga's gonna leave you that bad that you want him to sign a contract that's not a marriage contract? Who the fuck, like, what man in his right mind? Okay, so imagine if you are an athlete or a business owner and you're grinding, whatever, you're working hard for like 5-10 years, and then your business finally cracks wide the fuck open. Cracks wide the fuck open. During that journey, I'm not signing a contract with nobody, especially a woman. To do what? What will that contract outline? When I make it, I'm going to give you some of it. Fuck. A lot of women, I'm not saying all, but a lot of women say, oh, well, I was there when he made it big and he was grinding. What did Rick Ross say? Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Bro, these women are not like in the fucking, like, they're there when the nigga comes home and whatnot, okay, for moral support, but they're not in there doing the work with him. She's not in there doing the phone calls. Some people have their business together, but most of the time, these made men, their woman is not in the same industry that they are. And that's just the facts.
A white woman will get with a broke-ass black man with potential. The white woman will see the potential in the black man at 21 years old, and she will ride with him until he fulfills his dream.
And she won't ask him for anything or make him sign a contract.
And wife him up. Black woman, y'all say you got to have it all. The house, the car, the degrees, the job, the business, the education, and y'all going to keep on losing if you keep expecting black men to get all this and then hand it over to you on the silver platter.
Facts. Shout out to Cyrus Cherry with the $5 super trap. He says, Johnson too sus. He's been called out for his school scam for years. The woke people, or the woke son people can be extremely toxic. New age black spirituality is ridiculous.
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
Thank you for the super trap, Cyrus Cherry. Put the consciousness over coochie, brother. Put the consciousness over coochie. You're using too much of your logical thinking. Put the consciousness over coochie. Politics over punani.
It's not realistic. It's too hard out here. It's not realistic. Black woman, the next time you see a man with potential who's serious about earning his goals, next time you come across a man with potential who is dedicated to making it.
God damn it. Hold on. They trying to play some ads on my shit. Hold on. We ain't doing that. We are not doing that. No way. No, sir. No, sir. All right, let's get sorry guys. Up. All right, give me. All right, got it. All right, sorry guys. I had to interrupt the stream because they tried to play an ad and I forgot I was not on my other channel where I have paid for the YouTube premium. So let's get into it.
Money, he ain't got the car, but you can clearly see he got a serious plan. And if he make it, we gonna be nice. You better think about walking with him. You got to get out of this housewives mentality. Too many black women have this housewives mentality. Too many black women got this housewives mentality.
So you hear it, the housewives of Atlanta, the housewives of this, the housewives of that, basketball wives. A lot of sisters have this mentality.
Super materialistic, perfect vision of what he got to come to the table with.
That nigga Umar, he just want to blow sage and you know, get his back rubbed. He just want to blow sage and get his back rubbed. He don't care about no Rolex, no Audemars baguettes. I'm telling you, bro, if you ain't got a Rolex and an Audemars, especially in these big cities, you're not finna find a bad bitch. Okay, not no sisters. Yeah, I mean, you might find her, you might be dealing with her, but she's not going to be faithful and she's not going to be there for the ride. Like in Atlanta, if you find you a bad sister and she's not in the sex industry, you're lucky. You're lucky. I'm talking about sexy bitch. I'm not talking about like women you don't want to be seen with. I'm talking about a bad bitch. If you know where they at, let me know. If you know where they at, let me know. But in Atlanta, if she's a bad bitch, she definitely gonna be selling that pussy.
You're not gonna get no man like that. Find a brother with potential until it pay off. Stop trying to get ready-made husbands. Stop trying to get ready-made perfect scenarios. Ride with the good one. Because guess what? A lot of these black men that these white women got, they got them when you were not paying attention to them.
Uh-oh. So, guys, we are going to drop the StreamYard link. We are an hour and 30 minutes into it. I meant to drop the link at an hour, but we are an hour and 30 minutes into it. Guys, join the panel. We're going to continue to break this video down, and we're going to have discussion and break it down because I do want to see the dating landscape when it comes to being pro-black and dating. I definitely want to see the dating landscape when it comes to being pro-black and dating. So, I'm gonna do another poll. Do you have to date a black woman to be pro-black? All right. Let me see. I'm gonna delete this poll. End poll. All right, and let's start another one. Do you have to date a black woman? Do you have to date a black woman to be pro-black? All right, guys. All right, guys. Let me know. All right, let me play this video while I'm making this poll.
See, he was with the white girl before he got his law license. He was with the white girl before he got his medical license. He was with the white girl before he made $100 million in real estate. He was with the white girl before he opened that Fortune 500 company. She was with him when he was struggling, but she saw the potential. Black women have to stop this thing that says you got to have it all. You got to show up on my doorstep with all boxes checked. Stop it, black woman. You're selling yourself short. Stop it. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism.
Okay, so that was the clip. Let's see if we can fast forward.
Black women.
Okay, here we go.
The life coaching lately with black women around relationships. I've been doing a lot of life coaching recently with black women centered on their relationships. A lot of sisters been calling me crying. A lot of sisters been hurting.
The sisters are calling Dr. Umar crying, hurting. And we're just going to take his word for it that he ain't dipping his hand in the cookie jar. And when these women call him up and consult with them, he not out here fucking them and taking advantage of their emotional state. Because you know they're going to fall in love with the king of Pan-Africanism, right? So we got our first guy on the stream, the brother Dave. What's good, Dave? Or Dave?
Yeah, what's happening?
What's good, homie? So what do you think about the poll? Do you have to date a black woman to be pro-black? Or can you date outside of your race and be pro-black?
I mean, I would say yes, you have to. In my personal opinion, I think that you can still help the community. You can still like be a viable asset to the community. But if you're gonna talk about like being pro-black, that means like, you know, continuing on black people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I understand it, but no, I don't think you can. I think
so.
You have
What if
to.
you have a surrogate baby? Like, what if you have a surrogate baby and you still have a black kid, but you're with a white woman, you're married to a white woman or an Asian or Hispanic woman, and you're raising mixed kids with a surrogate baby black kid. Can you still be pro-black, or is it determined on the kid or the woman that you fucking?
Okay, so like in that situation, that's a little bit difficult because like I feel like for instance, like Dr. Umar actually spoke about something like that a couple of years ago. And I actually met him a couple of years because I went to one of his shows. But he said something. He said like, so like if you're biracial, right, and you're mixed, whatever. he basically said like you are not your parents' mistake. Now some people may feel that that is harsh. He basically was saying that like if you're, and I'm not talking about fake mix where your grandma, I mean like if you're half and half, if you're half and half, then he basically said like it is your choice to identify and to culturally, eliminate your whiteness, basically.
Oh wow.
Like he said it in like an intellectual way, but basically he was saying that like due to the fact that your mom and your dad may have decided to, whatever may have happened, it's now put on you to change it because race can completely change in 3 generations. Like how you look right now, you could have a completely full white great grandchild.
But does it matter if it's still your bloodline though?
I think so, because I mean, like your culture is dead.
But
like how
I mean, define the black culture though. This is a question, and I'm gonna get these other people in here. Let me get these other people in here real quick. I am going to read the results of the poll while I bring these other people in here. So I asked the question: do you have to date a black woman to be pro-black? And 40% said you must date a queen to be pro-black, and 60% said no, you can be pro-black with a snow bunny or dating outside your race. So let us get these other people in here. And I'm gonna ask everybody. So we're gonna start with Johnny Reb. And if you're not talking, just make sure you mute yourself, guys. But Johnny Reb's not black. So Bane and Shaggy, you guys both black. We'll come back to you, Johnny Reb.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Is this Bane? Who said that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bane, do you have to date a black woman to be pro-black?
You have to date inside your race if you want to be pro that race. You have to buy in your race. You have to communicate amongst each other in your race. That's just how you improve your race. You don't, if you me personally, I do support, like me naturally, like I'm more connected with black people. That's just honestly me. I connect more of a black community than any other community, and that's the one community that will most likely accept me. And still at the same time, most likely want to knock my rock box. It's not whatever, but at the same time, but because if you pro your race, you pro it economically, so you spend money in it. You pro marriage amongst each other, and just about everything else. Look at the Hispanics. They're pro their race 100%. I'm not saying
these Hispanic women are fucking black men. Don't get it fucked
not
up.
all of them. That's not a big percentage, man. That's not a
You're
big
talking about the Afro Latinos, not the Mexicans.
No. I'm talking about Mexicans too. I'm talking about the bad bitches. Yes. The bad bitches, not the ones who look like a damn refrigerator, not the ones who look like a damn washing machine.
Well, that's the majority.
Bitches.
That's the majority. Black
man.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit.
Hispanics
We don't want the other ones.
Race. Let's be honest. They're loyal to their culture, their ethnicity. They'll have sex with you, but they're not gonna take you to their father's house, their mother's house.
Exactly.
Come on, you gotta be
I've
honest
been to
about
a
that.
couple Mexican women's parents' house. But anyways, hold on. Let me get the Shaggy real quick. Shaggy, do you have to date a black woman to be pro-black?
I think so. Homeboy before me pretty much said everything.
Okay, so let me ask Johnny Reb a question right quick, because Johnny Reb is our resident glider in here. Johnny Reb, do you take offense to these black people online like pushing pro-black, and do you think that they would feel the same way, like accept it, if you pushed pro-white?
Well, if I pushed pro-white anything, I would be destroyed on any social media platform, I'm sure.
Well, can I say one thing against?
Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, a salute to Johnny Reb. I'm not saying you're racist or anything like that, but I'm saying naturally.
Hold on.
Whoa, no, I'm not racist
Why did
either.
you have to start with that disclaimer though?
No, because what I'm about to say, someone may think of that. So let me. I'm gonna explain myself, okay? People are naturally pro their race.
Right.
When they're born, they stick their mother. When you see a white, okay, let's just say you're white. You see a white girl, you think of your mother, your grandmother, and etc. You see a white man, you see if you're a white individual, you see him as like you're in your community, your friend, you feel more connected to them, socially, you know, emotionally, and all the etc. The same as any other race. That's what I'm saying. People are just naturally pro their race, and I mean, if you want to improve it, if you want to bring them more to, you know, help them economically and everything else, then you have to date in that race, marry in that race.
I completely agree.
People are naturally just pro their religion, ethnicity, and all that. Is it?
But
Does
I'm
that mean
asking
you're
you,
racist? No. Yeah, go ahead. My fault.
if Johnny Reb outwardly said, and he came out of this panel, and the first thing he said was, "I'm pro-white, and I don't approve of interracial relationships." Would you take offense to that? Would you think that he's racist?
I think he would have every
He
right.
got every right to do so, and there's nothing we can do about it.
I think
That's
white
my
people
opinion.
should actually.
But would you think that he's racist though?
No.
In some cases, no.
Okay.
A lot of cases, now I think about it, no, because everybody does the same thing.
So if he came out and said, "I love everybody, but I think that people should date within their race."
Well, that's his opinion, but
I was gonna say Louis Farrakhan actually talks about that a lot. He says that, you know, white people should actually say that stuff. Now, white people, for whatever reason, they don't like Farrakhan, but that's fine. Whatever. But anyway, what's it called? He says that what's it called, that they should actually promote that, and they should actually, you know, do that. But white people have this weird, you know, weird view where they like to say I don't see color, and they have like one white friend, one Asian friend, whatever. It's like that ain't how the world is. Everybody's racist. I'm racist. Everybody racist. Black people, we like to be around each other. So, and
Well,
they
I
like
think
to be
there's a
around.
difference between having prejudices and being racist.
Yeah, but
Well,
Black
racist
Gen
just
Z,
means you prefer to be around your own people.
That's
Like,
not what racist means.
But
Racist means that you would outwardly discriminate against another person strictly based off of the color of their skin. Let me get this super chat in though, or super trap in though. Cyrus Cherry puts $20 on it. He says, "I used to feel a bond with the community, but looking back, it seems the only thing that connected me was trauma. Black culture is rooted in poor European culture. Check out Thomas Sowell. I'm not active in the community anymore."
Oh, say less.
You already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Cyrus Cherry put 20 on it.
Hey, salute. Okay, that's hey, I don't blame what he's saying. He does have some truth and factors to what he's saying. But like this, what I'm basically trying to say. If you're Asian, right, and you know what I'm talking about, man. They open a store, they open like a clothing brand, they open like a laundromat, a food chain or whatever, or Hispanic or any other race. Who do they naturally hire?
Other Asians?
Black
Gen Z. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Black Gen Z.
In some cases, racist. It could be, but not all the time, because they just want people.
Well, I don't think they trust niggas behind that cash register.
Bruh,
I don't blame you.
Actually, all of y'all, this is a better example, right? So you could get it, and I know all the brothers in here, they would agree. Where do you go to get your haircut at? Are you gonna trust a white man to cut your hair, or a Mexican?
Oh hell no.
No, you're not.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. I know. I'm not gonna trust him. So I feel like that's another form of what he's trying to say in another example. Now you could say that's just because they don't understand our hair, which is true, but also, you know, it just feels better to be around our people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay. Well, let me continue to play this video. I do have another question, but we will get into it later in the video.
Sisters confused. A lot of sisters don't know what to do. So I want to give my sisters some relationship advice. This is why I'm diligently trying to get the For Sisters Only book done ASAP. I've gotten a lot of
we're skipping this. He's plugging a book.
Yes, I do relationship coaching. I do life coaching. Obviously, I do consultations with parents involving their children. I charge $75 per hour. $75 per hour. You should probably only need 1 hour. You might only need
God damn it. This nigga be talking.
Stop telling men I ain't been with nobody in a year.
Uh-oh.
I ain't been with nobody in 2 years. I ain't been with nobody in 3 years. How you ain't been with nobody in 3 years and you got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old?
Woo! So, and this can be applied to all the men in the chat. Do you find that when you're dating, if you are able to date and whatnot, do these women, I guess, do they try and make it seem like they're not sleeping around? We'll start off with Day.
I would agree. I would say yes, that's true. I feel like they do try to what is the word? They do try to lessen their past sexual, experiences and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But how I try to come at it, because I try to come at it more smooth when I talk to them. I try to just be like, I try to be like, oh, like when the last time, but I try to be as laid back and chill as possible so they can like be upfront with me, so they don't think I'm judging them. But when that comes out, I say I'm not judging them, so I'll be more of a friend. But once I hear certain things, and I'll ask some people from around the area, like,
Right.
oh, this lady, such and such. And once I get a vibe, a character check that's not up to what you're telling me, then I'm gonna fall back. I'll respect you, but it's not gonna be what I intended it to be.
Okay. Johnny Reb, do you find that the women that you go out on dates with try and act like they're this innocent church girl who hasn't slept around?
Honestly, I look at, I got 3 kids. Okay, if you have 3 kids, it better be you're a widow or divorced or something like that, or nope.
So you would date a woman with kids?
I would say for me, you get a grace of 1. Oh, I made a mistake and I learned from it. After that, if you're not having kids from a previous marriage, and that they have died or such, no.
Okay. Now, Shaggy, when you're out here dating in these streets, do you find that the women try and feign ignorance and act as if they haven't slept around and they ain't been passed around in these streets?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, straight up answer. Let's get back to the video.
How you ain't been with nobody in 3 years and you got a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old? Stop volunteering information about the last time you was intimate. You don't need to tell a man that. It doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because if and when you decide to give him the cookies, if and when you decide to let him ice your Cinnabons, if and when you let him warm up your cupcakes.
You could tell this nigga Umar out here fucking pay attention.
I promise you. Once he goes in that cookie jar, he's going to be able to tell when the last time that cookie jar was open. You don't need to volunteer that.
Uh-oh, and that's something that women would be upset about. My walls, they're not knocked down. They're built back. They're built back. They're stronger than ever now, right? They're saying that it don't matter how many men they fuck. The walls are the walls, and they're saying the vagina is a muscle, and it doesn't matter if you've been ran through, your pussy's still gonna be tight. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I was going to say, if they do that, what do they call them? Kegels and shit? Yeah.
So you think she can fuck 100 men and the pussy gonna be the same as if she had fucked like 2?
Let's not say the same, but based off experience, it could still do some things. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna be as tight. It's gonna be as tight.
Nah. It'll never be as tight, but like with some experience and some training, she can do what to do.
Like Gen Z, it's a reason why men with money, they prefer younger women and women that are 25, 26, women around our age, because they don't want no women that's been ran through and stuff. And even women our age, if they have kids and stuff, that shit trash. That's like 50-year-old pussy. So
and I ain't gonna lie, man. I have dealt with some women who had some kids. I didn't date them, but I smashed them, and it is different. Like it's definitely not as tight, especially if they didn't like do the snap back in a reasonable amount of time. It still gets wet, but it doesn't feel that you don't get that kung fu grip as much. I will say that.
Yeah, it feels directionless.
Right.
I'll be honest, just to keep it solid, I probably I smashed 5 women that had kids and stuff, and of those women, I keep it all the way 100. All those women that had kids and stuff, I wasn't able to, let's say, hit the finish line. Because Yeah, it's just a bunch of loose crap. It's like a turkey neck hanging.
Woo!
Yeah.
He said it's like a turkey neck hanging.
All right, tell us who you are. Yo, Bo, we outside. I'm Lil AGs. Come on, man. If you don't know about me, I'm a rapper. Your rapper, favorite trapper, favorite rapper.
What are you looking for in the perfect female?
She just gotta be perfect. Come on, perfect personality, pretty, but a fat ass too, respectfully.
She gotta have a fat ass, respectfully. Let's get back into the video.
You don't need to volunteer. You don't need to volunteer that. And if you 40 or older, my beautiful African sisters, if you 40 and older, your walls are not as strong as the 30 and under year old women's walls.
Uh-oh.
So you don't need to be out here lying, telling men you ain't been with nobody in 5 years and you running around with a loosey-goosey. He's going to know if you got that loosey-goosey.
Uh-oh.
And if you telling a man you ain't been with nobody in 5 years and you give him a cookie and it ain't no cookies left, them Cinnabons is stale, them cupcakes is hard, he's going to know that you were lying. Stop telling men when the last time you were intimate. Cut it out. He's going to be able to tell. Okay? If it ain't no cookies left, you ain't been celibate for no 3 years.
Uh-oh.
If them cupcakes ain't fresh, he gonna know that you was out there throwing cookies away. Okay? The loosey-goosey. The loosey-goosey. If you got a loosey-goosey, stop telling men you've been celibate for a couple years. Because there's one of the greatest turnoffs is for a woman to act like she ain't been with nobody in a long time. One of the greatest turnoffs is for a woman to act like she ain't been with nobody for a long time. And when that man goes to be intimate with you, you got the loosey-goosey. So I'm going to move on from that.
Here we go.
All my loosey-goosey queens, I wish you well in the dating world. You're not going to get too far. All my loosey-goosey queens, I wish you well in the dating world. So let's move on and let's refocus. Next point. Stop turning your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband into your personal therapist. He didn't sign up for that shit. Let me say it again. Stop turning your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband into your personal life coach.
Uh-oh. So Umar says stop turning your significant other into a life coach or your therapist. And my question is, if you're out here dating, you have ran into some women who have undergone some trauma, okay? A lot of these women, especially if they're really attractive, they've been through some shit, okay? I've actually ran into multiple women who were, you know, on the surface bad bitches who might have been touched or they had some real issues going on. So I want to go to the panel, turn it to the panel. Do you guys find yourself in the dating game running into women who are ultimately damaged? And we're going to start with the brother who just came in here, Mr. Odysse. So Mr. Odysse, tell us about your experience dating, and do you run into a lot of women who are ultimately damaged in the community?
Man, listen, man, I think we all know the answer to that shit, man. If you date, specifically if you date black women, I think almost all of us done came across a handful of women that done experience a lot of trauma, man. Like some of them, it don't even have to necessarily be like molestation. Most of their trauma came from their own mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Their mamas like done kicked them out the house for some shit. Her mama done verbally abused her, be like, you know, talking shit to her, you know, making her feel like some certain type of way. Now she in school acting out and all that type of shit. Like especially if you date specifically black women. I can't really speak for other races of women because I haven't really dated other groups of women. But
you
if
haven't
you
at all.
Black
You
woman,
haven't. You've only dated black women.
Yes, I've only dated black women.
Okay.
I've like talked, but I've never like greased anybody like from another group.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. So, Shaggy, do you run into a lot of damaged women in the community?
Yeah, more so from afar because I mean, I guess I took that and ran with it. I learned early, but I noticed it was kind of like it's like a selling point for them or something like that. Like they do it on purpose to get your attention and then try to fucking trick you out from there. That's just,
Yeah.
I'm too smart for that shit. But especially with the BLM, wow, it always goes back to that. So
Hold on.
yeah.
What do you mean? It goes back to that.
Just that mindset, like the whole grifting type
Yeah.
vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I know
Yeah.
if you're out in Atlanta and you go to the clubs, I stay
Oh,
far away from that shit,
yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. So, Johnny Reb, we want to hear from the glider community. Are you running into a lot of damaged young glider females, or are they pretty sane out here? Johnny Reb, yeah.
I don't actually date all that much.
Oh, okay. So Johnny Reb is not in these streets. Okay. Day, do you run into some women who are damaged out here?
I would say yes and no. So like when you say damage from my experience, they tend to be like on the surface, cool, but like and this is like a trend that I noticed when I was around 18, 19 and stuff. I don't know if you would agree or disagree, but I've noticed that in my opinion, most black women seem like they've been raped or molested. In my opinion. So I feel like and that tends to cause like, issues and stuff. Like I would say like 45 to 50% of the black women I've talked to, they've been either raped or molested by their brother.
Okay.
uncle.
Just say taking advantage of, if you will, bro, for the YouTube algorithm.
Oh, my bad. My apologies.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
should.
they've been, severely taken advantage of.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I've run into that. I have run into that. I've also run into situations where the woman's last relationship was like physically abusive, or so she said. Where a guy put his hands on her, and then I'm over here and I'm not doing none of that shit, and she's wondering why I'm not treating her like shit. I've ran into that as well. So Bane, what do you think? Do you run into a lot of traumatized women out here?
To be honest with you, not that much. I'm kind of young myself. I just go with the flow. I got because at the moment I'm still in high school.
Mm-hmm. So, like in your high school, are you dating, or are you just pretty much trying to get your GED?
Both.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's continue the video. Just make sure you guys mute up.
Sign up to be your life coach. And one of the quickest ways to burn a brother out, one of the quickest ways to get dropped and left, is to try to turn your man into your therapist. Check it out. Being your man is hard.
Shout out to Performa 20 with the $1 super trap.
Oh, say that.
Hard enough. Being your man is hard enough. And you mean to tell me he already has a full-time job in being your husband? He already has a full-time job in being your fiance. He already has a full-time job in being your husband. And on top of him already having a full-time job, you want to give him another full-time job. Be my therapist. It is not your man's job to heal your childhood wounds. It is not your man's job to heal the relationship issues you have with your mother or your father. It is not your man's job to heal your low self-esteem or your insecurity complex. If you need help, if you need healing, if you need therapy, if you need counseling, find a therapist. The website for the Association of Black Psychologists is abpsi.org. I said the website to your psychiatrist You're going to burn his ass out and he going to leave you, or he going to bump you down to number 2 and he going to get a new number 1. If you try to turn your man into your therapist, you're going to burn him out and he's either going to leave you or he's going to bump you down from number 1 to number 2 and he going to get a new number 1. Nothing wrong with expecting support. Nothing wrong with expecting encouragement. Nothing wrong with needing to have a serious personal conversation. But if he got to sit down with you for 3 hours while you cry on his shoulder every night, he's going to get burnt out. And that makes you a spiritual vampire. What is a spiritual vampire?
All right, we're going to fast forward.
Rather than deal with you, a big mistake that we kings make. Big mistake that for the brothers too. I'm going to have to come back and do this for the brothers too, because a big mistake that black men make, a big mistake that we kings make, a big mistake that we brothers make is we'll get in a relationship with an emotionally dysfunctional woman, and she will cling to us and she will fall in love with us too soon. And then we start thinking that she's madly in love with us. She's not in love with you, bruh. She's in love with the fact that you can distract her from her problems.
Why does it sound like Umar is taking red pill talking points? Why does it sound like he has become a Hotep red pillar? You know, like, has anybody else noticed that? Like, it just sounds like he's literally parroting red pill talking points.
He's just trying to stay relevant.
You know, I honestly think this is his genuine thought, and that he has genuinely ran into these situations where where he has seen that it's very difficult to date a lot of these sisters. Otherwise, he would be married, right?
Well, why didn't he start with that when he came out with the black queens and the black woman is God and all that shit? Why did he start with that?
Right.
I think he's married. I think he's married.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
He got 2 wives, right?
No.
So that was
propaganda.
He got a baby mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got a baby mama. He got a child.
I do want to say this though, man. What he said, I agree with you, Terrence. I agree with you because what you said is that that's really his genuine. From what I can perceive, it seemed like that shit was genuine what he was saying, because, like I said earlier, when you gave me opportunity to talk, was that I can't speak for other groups of women, but I can only speak for black women. That's all I've dated.
Mm-hmm.
If you dated black women, trust me, almost every single last one of them have like severe emotional fucking issues.
Yeah.
Most of them have like severe emotional issues. This go for all men who ever dated black men. All of us will say, especially here in America, if you've dated a woman here in America, she's a black woman, regardless of the culture she come from, she was raised here, she has a lot of fucking trauma that a lot of them have not dealt with. So what he is saying here, I don't necessarily think, maybe it's a little bit of red pill, you know. So him being bold to speak to his sisters straight like this came from the red pill, completely. But as far as like what he is saying, I think that's like genuine, because I think no matter, I don't give a damn whether you were the biggest simp or you the biggest player. I don't care who you is. If you dated black women specifically,
you're gonna have a similar experience. Yep,
exactly.
Absolutely, I agree. All right, let's keep going.
That's right. And a spiritual vampire female is the perfect actor who can convince a man that she's madly in love with him when she's really just emotionally toxic and a hopeless romantic. And before you know it, she'll jump off of you, jump onto another brother, and you'll be like, I thought you loved me. Nah, bruh, she was a spiritual vampire looking for all the attention she can get, bruh. You was one stop on a long journey. Stop thinking you the last stop, black man, when you only one pit stop on a long journey. So I'm going to have to do this with the brothers too, because we got some brothers out there thinking women madly in love with you. Nah, bruh. She's emotionally needy. Stop confusing an emotionally needy woman with a woman who's in love with you. Stop confusing an emotionally needy woman with a woman who's in love with you. And it goes the same way with sisters. Stop confusing an emotionally needy man with a man who's in love with you. Stop confusing.
God damn, this nigga repeated stuff like 30 times.
Running around in the hood. Don't
That's
get me
that
wrong,
powder.
Black Queen. We do have wounded
They teach
phalluses.
that they teach that shit in teaching school. Like when you're like in like a pastor, like if you're a pastor or something like that, or if you like some sort of psychologist, they teach
Yeah.
that to when you keep repeating the same thing, that makes the person who is receiving it really receive it when you keep
Yeah.
repeating it. That's why he does that shit.
It's a retention tactic. But god damn, that shit annoying.
That shit
Running
annoying.
around in the hood. But what I'm saying is, just because a man doesn't want you to suck him dry with your emotional problems doesn't mean he's emotionally isolated. It means he's emotionally intelligent. It means he's emotionally intelligent. That's what it means. And brothers, you better be careful. Sister try to turn you to a therapist early in a relationship, that might be a good sign. It's time to walk on out. You are not responsible, man or woman. You are not responsible for solving another adult's problems. You are not. Too many people are getting in relationships when they really need a relationship with a therapist. Stop looking for a romance.
So that brings me to a question. If you are not responsible for another grown person's problems, and we know how problematic the community is, how can we go and deal with each other if we're not responsible for each other's problems? Because 9 times out of 10, if you're in the community, you're going to link up with somebody who also has issues. Your issues may be less than theirs or greater than theirs, and their issues may be greater than yours or less than yours, but 9 times out of 10, y'all are going to be battling with your own type of situation. So where does that leave us if you can't depend on somebody to help you with your issues?
This isn't just limited to the black community. You
Right.
want emotional vampire, just check out Amber Heard.
Amber Heard?
Yeah. Johnny Depp's ex
Oh yeah,
fiance.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right,
perfect
right.
example.
Absolutely. Right.
I think when it comes to this though, I feel like they have good intentions and stuff, but I feel like a lot of times, just what it seems like what he's saying, and also what I feel like they trying to like feminize their man. And this is why like I always tell women, like, and they get mad when I say this, but I tell them that like we could be together and stuff, but we're not friends, Like, don't call me all day long. I'm not your friend. I'm not going out hanging out with you and stuff. And when women do that to you, you become the hoe. You become like you become too close and stuff. And you should have a separation. When y'all just all up on each other all the time, then it becomes weird. Then she just like she sucks your energy out, like he's saying, because it's like she's killing you with all this information. You like, I really don't give a fuck.
Right. Let me get to this super trap. Let me get to this super trap right quick. It says Performa 20 puts $2 on it on the super trap. He says, my girl wanted me to hit her in the face once. Wild.
They are contacting the college to try to force them to cancel my lecture this Thursday to close out Black History Month. They're claiming I smoke crack.
Don't be dealing with these hoes that smoke crack, man. Don't be dealing with these hoes that smoke crack. What were you gonna say, Obus?
Yeah, I was going to say, man, a lot of things that we go through with women, as far as like when women using us as far as like their emotional sponge and all this shit, bro. A lot of that shit start with us, man. If we don't like what bro has said before, like if you don't check their ass like up front and be like, yo, listen, man, I'm not. It's okay that you can express yourself to me, but I'm gonna tell you straight, like all this shit you telling me, yo, go. That's what your friends are for. Go to your girlfriends and tell them all that bullshit, man. I don't want to
Right.
hear all this shit and all this, that, and this. Listen, man, I don't want to hear none of that. If you're gonna be my woman, if you're gonna be my main girl, whatever the fuck, like wife or whatever, yo, you need to have all that shit together. But the thing is, as far as like specifically like us men here in America, it's like we are so scared to check women. Like tell their ass like, yo, I'm not doing that. Like, yo, go see a damn therapist, go talk to your friends. I don't want to hear that shit. Go
Because
somewhere else.
you'll get called emotionally unavailable, controlling, and all types of other things, and a lot of dudes are scared to lose the pussy. So what do you say to guys who are afraid, and maybe they don't really have that much experience with women, and they finally got a girl who they can kind of tolerate, but she is doing a lot of nagging and bringing up random shit that you're not equipped to deal with or want to deal with? What do you say to them?
Well, you should look at yourself. You ain't got no damn confidence. Is what the hell it is. You need to find some sort of other source outside of your girl to gain confidence. Rather that is going to the gym, getting in shape. Rather that's like whatever career you in, become the best of whatever that is. You got to find other things. Niggas be too damn focused on their damn women. That's my opinion. Dudes be way too into their damn women, man. A woman's supposed to be here, like by your side and help push you and help support you, not the other way around. Your ass over here being like he said, a fucking therapist. I ain't your goddamn therapist. Niggas, us men, we need to have like what AMS say, like you need to have a fucking abundance fucking mindset, man. And that shit come with having confidence within yourself. And the way a lot of us men gain confidence is by excelling at other things. Once you excel in other things, rather that is your job, rather that is you going to the gym and whatever the fuck it is, you're going to gain confidence from that. We need to stop trying to gain confidence from our women. The women is not the source of our confidence. It needs to be other things. That's what makes us men. Makes us men.
All right. Y'all heard what he said. Confidence.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Okay.
Romance is not a substitute for counseling. Romance is not a substitute for therapy. If you need counseling, go get it. Spreading your legs is not going to make you feel better. Don't use sex as a drug, and don't use relationship as a narcotic. Don't use sex as a drug, and don't use relationship as a narcotic. Next on my list, don't ever promise a man. Don't ever threaten a man, sister. Don't ever tell your man you are going to leave if he disrespects you or cheats on you and you don't leave. Never write a check that your ass isn't prepared to cash. Don't ever tell a man that cheating on me is a non-negotiable when you know damn well it's very negotiable. Don't ever tell a man that cheating on me is non-negotiable when you know it is very negotiable. Worst thing you can do is lay down your non-negotiables. He violates the non-negotiable. You claim that this is grounds for termination of the relationship. And after he violates your non-negotiable, your ass don't go nowhere. Do you know what you just did, black woman? Do you know what you did, my butter almond queens and my butter pecan queens and my cinnamon queens and my hot fudge queens and my African lemon queens and my African vanilla queens and my warm pistachio queens and my sweet brown sugar? You know what you just did? You just gave over your power to that man. And once a man knows he has all the power in the relationship, you are likely to become a human doormat. And guess what? Once he turns you into a doormat, it's not much long before he drops you all together. Okay?
So that brings me to the question, because he's speaking as if like men are the cheaters in relationships and men are the ones. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, it's hard enough for a lot of these guys to get pussy. How the fuck are they gonna cheat? Right? It's usually the women who are cheating. How the fuck are they going to cheat if they can't even get a woman in the first place? Or it took them so much time and so much difficulty to get the woman in the first place?
I think it depends on what group of people you're talking about. If you're talking specifically in the black community, I don't think that's accurate. I think most black men are, very much players and stuff. If you're talking about white dudes and other races,
I don't know about all that.
When we say players and stuff, I just mean it's not a challenge for for us to get, for us to knock something and stuff, just because we deemed as desirable and stuff.
I don't think it's that we're deemed desirable. It's not. I think it's more of we'll fuck anything. So a nigga will lose his virginity to a big old fat bitch just to say he lost his virginity. I was seeing a lot of that going on when I was in high school. A lot of that going on when I was in high school.
Yeah, that's a fact right there, man. A lot of dudes, man. A lot of dudes. There's two ways. When I was growing up, I'm the same age as you. I'm 27. When I was growing up, it was two ways that niggas was losing their virginity. It was either they was fucking the fat bitch, or one of their homeboys done got like a little runner bitch and took the bitch to a bando, and then like 2-3 niggas ran train on her, and your ass is slid in behind it, just hit a couple of times, and you with. That's how most niggas have lost their virginity. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, that's you know, I'll speak for myself. You know, I lost mine by, you know, hitting the fat bitch that I met at the bus.
Keep it real, my nigga. At least you keeping it real, my nigga.
Yeah, so that used to be the main spot to me hoes back in the day, the bus. You know.
Yep.
Going to school.
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
Yep.
But I don't know, like Gen Z, like I do see what you're saying though to another extent, because like I've seen like some other people on YouTube, and they say that how do I explain, they say that this generation, so millennials and Gen X, and Gen Zs, they say that we have like the lowest level of having sex and stuff. Like men are not having men don't have the same availability.
1/3 of men between the ages of 18 and 31 are virgins. Third.
That's not shocking to me, because I feel like the standards, like what Dr. Umar was saying earlier, right? When he was saying that the standards and what women, you know, particularly black women, but I guess you could apply this to a lot of other women too. But black women, you know, they have a lot of, you know, unrealistic standards. Like you must have this, you must have, like, you just have to, like he said, you have to be a pre-made, you know, fully developed package already for them. And for men that want to stay within the black, you know, community, that becomes problematic, and they feel, you know, they feel guilty sometimes when they like, oh, only pussy I can get is if I get these other women and people. And then when they bring them back to the black community, they get shamed by black women, and they like, oh, you dating outside your race, but it's like, you wouldn't want me, you wouldn't fuck with me, so it's like, now I gotta do that. You see what I'm saying? So I understand that, but it just, you know, I don't know. It's a tricky time, because like when I talked to like my grandfather from back in the day and stuff, he was telling me, he's like, he didn't get it though, because he's like, when he was younger, like, you meet a woman, you like her, she like you get married. There wasn't none of the stop phase, and I feel like women nowadays, they just like
women in the community, if you ask women in the community, they don't want to get married.
You can't trust them. Like this is the thing, right? Like I do agree that like in our community, I think that like black men have a slightly higher rate amongst other men of cheating and stuff. But I also think that black women are extremely unfaithful and extremely unloyal. Like I feel like if I had a you know, a serious relationship with a woman right now, like I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't trust her. And that's not, you know, effective, you know, or, you know, to have a relationship and stuff. So therefore I wouldn't even want a relationship, because if you're not trusting her, what's the point?
Well, the women are saying that they don't want, they're saying that they don't want to get married, okay? And my proof
they
for
see
that
as being submissive, that's why.
I'm gonna show you guys right now what I'm talking about, because the women in the chat are like, what do you mean? We do? No, the fuck y'all. These women out here, like I said, our age group, 18 to 27, they don't want to get married. So let's get into it.
Yeah, they all a bunch of city girls.
All of you, do you want to get married?
Yes. Yes, when the day come, I'm not gonna say no, because everybody, I mean, I wouldn't experience it. I don't know about everybody else.
This ain't no fucking video game. You need to experience it.
Not experience it, but I would love
try
to
it out
just,
real quick.
like, I don't know. When the moment comes, if I get proposed to, I'll go from there.
Oh, so you saying yes right now? That's what it sounds like.
What? No.
You heard that? You heard that?
She said, you know what? No.
What about you? You trying to get married?
No.
Why not?
No.
Maybe sometime.
Just now.
Damn, that's great. All right, what about you, Juicy?
Mm-mm.
So we got 3 no's
And
and
then
1.
Candy, what about you?
She said yes.
Oh, you said yeah. Okay, okay.
All right. So I want to first of all, I got to hear why you said no first.
Why me first? Why me first?
She said no.
Well, she kind of spoke, and that's the line. So
Just no, just I hear a lot of bad stories, and
So you hear them? They said nah. They straight on it. They straight on it.
But Black Gen Z, what, like, even if they did say
That
yes,
shit cap, man.
And then the other one said she wanted to have the ceremony, but not necessarily be in a marriage. A lot of women just want to have the ceremony of the marriage, but not actually have the marriage responsibility.
they just want the attention.
That's
but
what
this,
it is, man.
But this the
That's
thing
what
though,
it
like
is.
this the thing though, like even if they said yes, let's say in a what if scenario they said yes, why would that wouldn't even for me that wouldn't make me interested still, because they don't bring nothing that would interest you. Like, they don't submit, they can't cook, they can't clean, and everything about them is fake. Like, they're wearing a fucking mask, they got a gallon of makeup on, they got ugly ass eyelashes on.
I don't know. Shorty in New York hat look like she can cook though.
Okay.
got weaves.
So let me ask you guys this. Are these women your type?
I like black women that are natural. I don't like any of this shit.
You wouldn't date any of these women on here.
No, I
If
wouldn't.
you talking about you talking about off face, or you just talking about after they talk?
Off face value, you see her. Do you find these women attractive?
I mean, the light skinned one, I'll jump down on her. The other one,
the one with the black jacket?
Yeah, the one with the little puffy jacket. From what I can see right here,
The one who said she didn't want to get married. Okay.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about just off face value, I'll probably jump down on her. The other 3, I can't really see their face.
Okay. Let me get into this super trap right quick. Spicy Parodies says the issue is that all women raised in America are for the streets. I date all races, but outside the country, or if they traditional.
She belongs to the street.
So he said she belongs to the streets. He says she belongs straight to the streets. Shout out to Spicy Parody.
Black Gen Z, I think he got himself fooled, because I think he gonna find out. This is what I said before. Last week, whatever. But I think that if he was to date these women, right, I think he would find out that once they came to America, they would have the same ideology, same mindset, and also most of them, they probably just want a green card. Let's just keep it solid. They don't like you.
Yep.
They don't want you as much as you think they do.
Man, I can speak on this shit firsthand, bro. I keep this speaking shit firsthand, bro. Man, listen, man. Lot of dudes, they be thinking these women from these other country, they traditionally. Man, listen, all that shit's bullshit, bro. I'm Haitian. I'm Haitian. I'm 100% Haitian. I'm from Florida. Like, I'm fully Haitian. Let me tell you, if she, the only way you might be lucky from a woman that comes, specifically black women, that you can be lucky if she might be halfway traditional, is only if she came here as an adult and she was raised over there. But if she came here as a young girl, rather she came here from elementary, junior high, high school, is a wrap. Is a wrap. She's gonna be just like every other woman here in America. That shit is going. And to be honest with you, even in these other countries, most of these countries are already westernized already. They're fully. Most of these countries are, especially in the Caribbean, they're all fully westernized. Because of what? Because of social media. Social media done quickly.
And tourism.
Whole facts.
And tourism. So if you think that you're gonna be able to go to these other countries and find you a girl that's traditional, listen, bro, you're gonna be in a rude of awakening, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, have you seen what's going on now recently in Nigeria? Like, all these women with these shitty ass synthetic weaves, they now wearing a gallon of makeup over there. They talking like us. They being like, period, like, bitch.
Yep, they
like,
are.
What the fuck? Like,
the UK bitches are talking like American bitches now. Like, I've seen some like African UK bitches, and they're talking like American, like they're like period, and and it's weird.
And listen, bro. I live in Florida, bro. I don't know if anyone of you guys live in Florida, bro, but Florida is a very heavy Caribbean fucking state, especially if you live from Orlando all the way down South Florida, bro.
Yep.
I am fucking telling you, bro. these women from the foreign, in my opinion, this might shock y'all dudes, bro. These foreign women, they're worse than the women than African American. I'm telling you, you might not believe me. They're worse. And you want to know why? Specifically, I go and speak for Haitian women because in the Haitian culture is very patriarchal. The men run everything. Like in my family growing up, my dad, my uncles, they the ones who dictate and do all the decision making. So when a lot of the girls, especially if they was raised here in America, and they seen that shit, and they go to these liberal ass fucking public schools where all these teachers, teaching all this liberal shit. I ain't trying to be all political and shit, but teaching all this feminist shit. And then they go home, they seeing their mama stay on home mother, they see their dad go home like on some traditional shit. They're going to grow to despise that shit. And I'm telling you, once they go away out the house, they go off to college or whatever the fuck, listen, they go way off. They ain't like foundational Black American women because they used to this shit. But these women who come from other cultures, when they get exposed to this independent shit, they go all out.
And keep it solid, bro. Like if you really want to be real, a lot of people they might not like this, but I feel like what all this started is with women working. Like, in the traditional society, women should not be allowed to work. And I feel like, that sounds fucked up, but if they weren't allowed to work, I feel like a lot of this would be quashed immediately. Keep it solid.
But what do you say to the women who would say, "Oh, you're just trying to make it so that you can have full control of us"? And
they need to be controlled to a certain extent, but not like a slave. But they need to be controlled because they show they can't make rational decisions.
That's a fact. And the thing is that when it comes to women, bro, whether they like it or not, I ain't trying to get all religious and shit, but God himself said that men are to rule over their women. He said that shit for a reason. Adam was the first fucking simp. He let Eve do whatever the hell she wanted to do, and he didn't check her. And when I ain't trying to get all religious, but we'll just keep it straight. When God came back in the garden and he knew some shit was wrong, who was the first person he addressed? He didn't address Eve. He addressed Adam. Because why? He was a fucking simp. And he told her, he told him, and he told her, listen, Adam, you the one who are in control here. You tell her what the fuck to do.
Right.
She don't tell you what to do.
And if you are religious and you believe in the Bible, you notice that when Eve took part of the forbidden fruit, she didn't lose her or the covering. God's covering didn't leave them. But when Adam took the fruit, that's when they realized that they were nude, and that's when they went to go cover up. And God came to the garden to address the sin that they had committed.
Because why? Because he was supposed to be, and he's in the position of power. He was the one supposed to check her ass. And that's the same thing that's going on right now, especially here in America. This is not just amongst Black men. It's going amongst almost all groups of men here in America. We're too much of fucking simps, bro. We too damn scared. We lack fucking confidence. See, men, at least men in the other countries, they're probably not doing as well as Western countries. But one thing they do got right, they got their fucking women in check.
That's a whole fact. Like I'll say this too, bro. And I was just thinking about this recently. Like, I don't agree with the religion, this particular religion, but I do agree with how they run their women. Like, so for instance, in Islam, they make the women wear the hijab. I think they should do that shit in America, keep it solid. I feel like if they did that, maybe not like be as extreme, but I feel like if they had those like policies, that may sound extreme, but if you look at it from a logical perspective and not just, they're controlling. If you look at it from a logical perspective, it makes a lot of sense. They're doing it because they're saying these women, they're gonna just be out there promiscuous, and also men are gonna be naturally lustful, naturally, promiscuous with them as well. So to eliminate that, we're gonna not make them as sexual and stuff. And I completely agree with that.
Let me ask you this: if women relinquished the power of their independence in today's day and age, do you think men will abuse that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
No,
to me,
it depends.
Yeah.
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 it depends on
You're right.
what group of men you talking about. If you talking about, so like, if you're talking about like,
Do you
let's say
think
like,
black men, do you think if black women gave up their independence and they said, okay, look, I'm ready to submit to a black man, I ain't working, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna be in the house, do you think black men would take advantage of them relinquishing?
well, they might get their ass beat a couple times, but I mean, like, they.
To
But
be
I don't
honest
think
with you,
average
bro.
man would.
To be honest with you, if you want to speak historically speaking, most of the time in most black cultures, we black women has always been the most, as far as like, if you want to say the word independent, they've always been the most independent. Black men, we're the type of men. This is the reason why a lot of other groups of women, if they are open to dating out, they usually go towards black men, because black men, we're just naturally like, we ain't tripping about certain shit like
Yeah,
that.
we laid back.
You feel me? We a little bit more laid back than other groups of men. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like us abusing them in this day and age, if you're talking about like right now, I personally think we will. And the reason why is because we've never, as a group of men here in America, especially our generation, this is my opinion, we have not seen men really take shit and controlling shit like that. We have not seen that.
I think I'm a little biased. I think black men would 100% take advantage of that, just because like the stories that I do, and I see black men abusing black women ad nauseum. Like I see it a lot more than the average person in real, not only in just online, but in real life as well. So I think that black men would take advantage. But I do think that there are some black men, like you said, when he spoke about black men being easier going, and I think the sane black men are easier going, because you have that ultimate confidence of, and you've dealt with a lot of women, so you're pretty much, you're not tripping if a woman go and do her own thing, because you can get bitches too. So I think like sane black men are like that, but I think there are a lot of niggas in the community who are completely insane and tyrants, and they would take advantage of the women giving up their independence. But anyways, let me get into the rest of this video.
Get married. I hear a lot of bad stories.
So you never heard any good stories?
No.
You never heard no good stories about marriage?
No.
You want children?
I got 2 daughters.
You got 2 daughters. Like, so you think? So why do people prioritize having kids before before being married? Like,
everybody.
She didn't prioritize that.
Everybody
She didn't
different?
prioritize.
All right, not to get too personal, but don't you think that a father would be complete for that family? Like, don't you think a man in the household would be the complete package for your situation?
Not if you already got one. Like, you don't gotta be married to have a complete.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True.
Access in the house, but I get what you're saying.
Sometimes the one you married ain't even a complete package. That ain't
Being so
have a whole
negative.
wife and kids, and it wasn't even.
Yeah, like what is it behind their negative mindset when it comes to relationship? Is this just a black woman thing, or is this all women?
They have a
I think it's
stank
a black
woman.
culture thing, man. To be honest with you, like she was saying earlier, about why we promote, not really promote, but just seen as normal, black couples having kids before marriage. Like back in certain times when we were more stable, more established, had certain concept guidelines and rules. The woman did submit, but also in that time, it was back then, like back in the days, bro. It used to be freaking tarnished if you had a kid outside of a wedlock, because that kid was a bastard son.
Yeah, and you know what they would do back then?
Your child. Yeah, I got you. Your child was basically up in those terms. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the honest truth. You're a kid. You was born because your mom just wanted some dick. You was born because your dad just wanted some coochie for a freaking 2 5-minute enjoyment of lust. That's it. And now we're pushing that so much. You see some people who have kids, they're not even married. Like it is disgraceful to have that because you don't have vows, you don't have no concept and guidelines, man. If you really think about it, your child is a bastard. I'm sorry to say it. And there's a lot of in the community that is like this. I'm not saying it's just the woman's fault, because I'm not gonna do that, or in a lot of cases the men.
No,
But that's the mindset we need to get the hell out of. Back then,
Yeah,
when
that's
used to be the father, used to go to God. I'm not trying to get too religious, but that's just my religion out there. I'm Orthodox. We don't believe a woman should be ahead of the man. I'm Orthodox Christian. That's just me. Now everyone's trying to push away from that, and things like that. But me personally, it's just my belief, man. The father is he looks up to God, and then the woman looks to the man. That's how it should be, and that's how it should always be. It's not harming them, it's not shaming them, but that's just show how great a woman and a man should be together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And this the
Them
thing,
days are
bro.
over now. So yeah, what's up?
And this is the thing too, bro. Is like what dude before you had said as far as like how it was. The key thing you said it was rules. Who set the rules? The men do. And for you to be able to set rules, you have to have what? You have to have fucking confidence to do that. You have to have confidence that, listen, this is how it's going to be. This is how it is. If you don't like it, you get your ass up out of here. We took away rules from our community, and we took away shame from our community. Because me personally, I don't believe that women. I believe that women always never wanted to be married. I don't give a damn what time period it was, but it was always the men. This is my opinion.
Explain it.
Like as far as like marriage, because marriage is what? Marriage is a contract, and contracts you have to respect contracts. You know what I'm saying? There's rules and regulations. Women don't like rules and regulations.
True.
They don't like rules. They don't like boundaries. Men, we want structure. We want boundaries. We want to know, okay, we do this, we do that. Women naturally are chaotic. You understand? They're chaotic. They're all over the damn place. That's why most naturally these women don't want to be married. They don't want to be bound by something outside of her. She want to do whatever the hell she want to do and how she want to feel. But that's the reason why us men, we have to get that damn confidence and tell their ass straight up, listen, this is how it is. This is how it's going to go. And we have to put back shame on these women. It shouldn't be no women going around talking about I don't want to be this. I don't want to do that. I'm an independent. I'm a bad bitch. I'm this, that, this. They able to talk like that because they know us men ain't going to check that shit.
Okay. Let me interject real quick. We got results. From the poll that I did. And the poll question was, if Black women relinquish their independence, let me say it again. If Black women relinquish their independence, would Black men take advantage of them? And 87% said Black men are already taking advantage of them. And 17% said, or 13% said that Black men are benevolent lovers. Okay, so those are the results of the polls. They're saying that that's cap. Black men aren't more chill and laid back. They're saying Black men are already taking advantage of Black women. That's just what the chat says. So you can go ahead and continue your point.
Oh, continue, brother.
Yeah. As far as, let me address that. As far as like the chill, what we were saying, as far as like compared to other men, we historically have always been more relaxed when it comes to like rules and regulations on our women. That's why
I gotta push back, man, bro. I see these white men and their women are living their lives. Their women are not worried about what their boyfriend thinks. They're outside. They're at spring break. You ask them, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Yeah, I got a boyfriend, but he doesn't control me. So I can, like, I remember one time there was this girl in the gym who noticed me when I was out on the town, and she seen me downtown Atlanta, and she was like, hey, you're that guy in the gym. And she was with her boyfriend. And literally she called me over, like, let me basically cut in line and shit. And I'm talking to her, and she got the perfect body, right? She a badass white bitch, like blonde shit and whatever. And then she's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, but he lives out of town. Like literally in the man's face. To me, that was disrespectful. And I don't think that would go with a black man. I don't think a black man would let a woman say, "Oh, this is my boyfriend, but he lives out of town," like right next to you.
I think Black Gen Z, when he say we chill, I think he mean more like, how do I explain? Like
non-confrontational. We out somewhere. Somebody.
Thank you.
You know.
Whoa.
That's why I stopped myself. That's why I stopped myself.
I was about to say.
Let me build. We know who we less confrontational with and shit like that. Like, but at the same time,
I don't think confrontation is the thing. I think
we gonna.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, I think what you, at least how I'm interpreting it, I think it's more so like when we more laid back, I think it's like, so shit don't bother us as much. So if a black woman is just talking to us crazy, we'll be like, all right, bitch, whatever. We'll just walk out and leave and stuff. I feel like a white dude that would ruin his day or some shit. Now niggas was smack, like if that was the situation you talking about, Black Gen Z, if that would happen to a nigga, he gonna probably look for that nigga and try to shoot him and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like in a lot of situations, like you said, it doesn't bother the average nigga stuff because he probably got a bunch of side bitches stuff. From my experience, in life, I could be wrong. I don't think most white dudes cheat on their girls. I don't think most white dudes is like that. I think most black dudes is like, if you see a nigga with a girl and stuff, I can almost guarantee you he's cheating on her.
Yeah, most definitely. And to go back on what you said, as far as like that, the confrontational thing with the women, the reason why a lot of us are like that, black men are like that, like they say, if our woman talking shit, we be like, whatever, man. Like, you'll say that shit for love, whatever the fuck. We got that shit from our mamas used to talk to us like that. A lot of us were used to our mamas talking to us like that. Not necessarily cussing us out, but basically like raising her voice and yell. Like if you even watch at movies, or let's say any skit you will see on TikTok or whatever the fuck, when they're interpreting a black mother, how is the black mother acting? She's acting loud, belligerent,
ratchet,
and ratchet as hell. That's the general outlook as far as like on the black woman. So as black men, for the most part, we used to that shit. You feel me? So like as far as like stuff like that, we just we more chill, man, whatever, man.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get us rattled.
Guys, I got 64 people watching. We need to get the likes up. We also need to get everybody who's in the live to vote on the poll. The question remains, we're gonna see if we can tilt this poll a little bit in the favor of black men. But if we can't, hey, that's the result. But it says, if black men or if black women relinquish their independence, would black men take advantage of them? And 71% so far say black men are already taking advantage of black women, and 29% say black men are benevolent lovers.
I mean, yeah, but like with black females, they taking advantage of the opportunities that God, like, hey, like back like in those times, and I mean today now they going to college way more often. Even though that's naturally going to happen, females tend to go to college way more than any race of men. But the majority of like black females between black men, it's a high number, you know, and increasing every year. So they're just taking advantage of the opportunity. They get more income in the household with doing it. And with men, and let's be honest, we do not want to date, marry, or have kids with a woman that has more money than me. I don't want to do that. Imagine the backlash I'll get, man. Come on, like really, man. Like, you know, she gonna be taking care of that child.
What would you say to the, if women would call you insecure if you said that you can't handle a boss bitch? What would you say to those women, to the fact that you don't want to date a woman who has more money than you?
Would a woman date a man that's shorter than him, unless he has a high, if he's you know financially secure, probably popular in some way? Okay, then no. You know,
I mean, if he got that bag, I've seen it. I mean, a lot of these women are lying about their height standards because there's not enough men to go around. Let me repeat that. A lot of these women are lying about their height standards because I see women with men that they're taller than. I see women with men that they're the same height as all the damn time. But we got these and bad bitches too. But and then when I see, like, no homo, when I see a guy who I think, yo, he should be cleaning up out here, he got a busted ass bitch. So I don't know if these women are just talking shit or whatever, or the tall guys really ain't hitting like that. But when I'm in real life, I see a majority of these couples, the women are just the same height as the men. But let me get into the rest of this video.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, we'll watch this.
Fuck
I'll
it.
get you 3 points.
You know,
watch
you trying to get
Euphoria?
away from that shit.
You see, you gotta watch it. I'm telling you, like I'm saying,
Everybody
like,
talk about this. All right, Juicy, why wouldn't you get married?
I just feel like you don't need a piece of paper to prove your love. If we together, we
Jumping the King's
together.
sponsor.
And if we together until we die, that's the death do us apart. We don't need the lawyers and stuff. We together.
That's a fact.
I mean, that's what niggas been saying since the beginning of time. Women, why ain't you marry me? Why you got a ring on? Why I don't got a ring on my finger? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what men been saying. Yo, this is a piece of paper. Like, why we gotta get married? But I mean,
so why do you want to get married?
For one, for stability, and to try to like just create a strong foundation and just not be a statistic. Bring back the old days. Like I don't think people should be afraid of marriage.
Right.
Them days are over.
I feel like
Okay. So what do you say? Are the old days over? Guys, make sure you do not forget to vote on the poll. We need everybody's perspectives. I want to see what the people think. We got 74 people in here watching. We need everybody to vote on the poll. The poll is, if black women relinquish their independence, would black men take advantage of them? 73% so far say black men are already taking advantage, and 27% say black men are benevolent lovers. So what did you say? What would you say to that? Are the old days done for? Is this the masculine man, the patriarchy, the man leads the relationship? Is that done for, or do you see it making a comeback?
In some cases, well, right now, yeah, it can still have some stability with the man leading a role, with the woman being obedient to his husband. Are those days over? When I look at it, it's not over yet. It's slowly, and I mean slowly, and it has begun, but it's slowly about to decrease as the years goes on.
Yo, shout out to Javiercito with the $4.99 super trap. He says, shout out Gen Z, good brother, a man of my own, hashtag gang shit, wicked world.
Oh, say less.
Shout out to Javiercito. But yeah, so it's slowly dying, but it's not done yet.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's going to decrease over time. Come back to me in the next 20 or 10 or 5 years, and it's going to get even worse.
Okay.
Man, if you talk about as far as like a collective, that shit been done. That shit was over with. That shit was over with as far as like here in America. That shit been done since like the 60s, man. When they after the civil rights movement, that shit been.
I was gonna say the 90s, but yeah, you're right.
I'll take that.
Since back then. Because when the government started getting more involved, in the black community and giving these women all these extra benefits and shit, with Section 8 and WIC vouchers and all this other shit they started giving specifically black women, and what's that shit called, this political shit? I forgot what it's called, like when you hire a black woman, like a double minority type shit, affirmative action.
Yep.
Giving affirmative action and all this bullshit, man, that shit been dead. As a culture, that shit been dead. Now, do you still have like black men who don't give a fuck, and like when they tell her, if that's how the man feel and that's how he wants shit gonna run, that's how it's still gonna go? Yeah, you still got black men that get down like that. But as far as like what is expected, no, that shit dead.
I agree. I feel like it's just Western culture, to be honest. Like, it's just Western culture. I feel like this culture has no value. They don't put God above anything. They just, everything is about capitalism and buying stuff and sex and all that. And if you value that, then you can't expect your woman to be a representation of that.
No, but the man has to value that first, man. They have to put that first. Come on, man. It takes a man to lead a household.
let's watch the rest of this video. Then we'll get back into the Umar video. But I'm gonna let you guys get in between there.
There's somebody for everybody. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a negative stigma. I believe in marriage because I want to see the Black community be better, and to keep continuing the same cycle of single motherhood, that's not helping out our kids. You know what I mean? We've seen the results of kids that's raised in single parent households. They're more likely to be gang affiliated. They're more likely to go to jail. They're more likely to get less educated, especially Black boys. So I believe the family, we don't have structure in the Black community, and that's what's really lacking. Like, when you see the lack of structure, you see the gender wars that's going on with Black men and Black women. We fighting each other, we bashing each other, we doing this, that, and the third. So I think too many times we hear horror stories of failed relationships, and the good relationships we would never hear about because they're too busy basking in a successful relationship. They're not on social media bragging about how successful their relationships are. But obviously, it's easy to see the bad relationships and be like, "Yo, damn, they got a divorce. I'll never want to do that." But I believe marriage is like fundamental for the Black community. Like, that's when we was at our strongest, when we were all married. And
okay, so I want to ask a question and go around the panel here. Do you have to believe in marriage to be pro-Black? Do you have to believe in marriage to be pro-Black?
I think so.
Hell yeah. To be honest with you, if you want to be pro your race or pro, I'm not racist. I'm not pro-Black, but I do respect all races. But here and there, but I do tend to get a woman in my race. That's just my attraction.
It's not wrong to have an interest in the furtherance of your race. It's wrong to have an interest in the destruction of another.
Yeah. Okay, I believe we can all agree to that.
Man, hell, fuck yes, man. Because marriage is order. Marriage is a form of order. We need that type of order. We need rules and regulations. Everything in life needs to be regulated. Everything in life. I don't give a fuck what the hell it is. Everything needs to be in order. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a man and a woman that's getting married, that's being together, there need to be some order on that. If you're not, for example, if you're not married, right? If you're not married, and let's say you don't know about all the other things that you can do to like cover up your family, and like, if you die unexpectedly, there's other different ways that you can like still support your family or whatever, pass something down to your family. If you don't know, most people don't know a lot of other shit. If you married by default, everything that you have gonna go to your family. But if, like, prime example, like DMX with his girlfriend, when he died, she wasn't able to get shit. Why? Because they was not fucking married. Right. You feel me? So for me personally, yes, if you want the community to, one of the steps and one of the key ways to build back the community where it needs to be, it all starts with order first and relationships. Rather that's friendships or intimate relationships. That's where it starts from. So if you don't got no damn marriage, that shit ain't gonna work.
Marriage between a man and a woman, man, it shows it's pro everything positively, man. Pro community, pro love, pro man and woman and the whole family, man. We was pro marriage before they even brought up the word marriage. Before other cultures started really using it, like as us. Like, if you go to any other country or anywhere in statistics, you look at numbers, marriages in some cases in today's time, they fail off. Why? Probably people had different interests in the marriage, probably wanted something else from the marriage that they're in. But if you want to be pro something, pro Black, pro God, which we're now pushing away, then you need to be married. You need
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, Johnny Reb, I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna drop you to let some others through, but we really do appreciate you coming on, bro.
Go ahead.
No problem. I said marriage is the building block of society. It's the ultimate self-governance. If you can't govern a family, you can't govern yourself.
Shout out to Johnny Reb, our resident glider. Appreciate you joining the stream.
You should tell that, Black Gen Z. You should tell that to some of the mayors and some of the politicians who can't even control their own family members, yet they have the nerve to hold office, whatever.
Right, right. Guys, if you want to come join the stream, the StreamYard link is pinned. You want to come join the stream, the StreamYard link is pinned. We're going to probably go for a little bit longer, but I want to get through this video, and let's go.
And we have communities, and then when we see the birth of single parent households, that's when we start to see, you know what I mean, the incarceration rates go up. You know what I mean, the less education, especially for Black males, because you know we too busy being gang related, trying to be rappers. There's no real role models, male role models there. Like, you know what I mean. So that's why I believe why people should get married, and I want to get married.
And I don't want like the cycle to continue. Like, would you want your kids to get married? Because you know that you said that what you know about it, like it's just been nothing good.
How old are you?
31. She like, damn, I ain't used to hearing people like that talk. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of these hoes are dealing with very immature men who are not thinking about dynasty building, because you can tell, because when he said what he said about marriage being the building block, they were shocked. Like it sounded foreign to them. And I think a lot of these women talk about, oh, men aren't maturing and they're not mature. Like, bruh, I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, man. Like when I was younger, man, like when I see like when I was outside in the community, you know, I was in, you know, the ghetto, the hood or whatever. I seen the negative outcomes of having a kid out of wedlock and two parents not being married.
Right.
You know, I can give, for example, like my cousin, right? He used to tell me this, right? Both of my parents, myself, are like they split up, but I'm going to talk about myself. Both of my parents, they split up right now, but when they were together and where they were married, they had their vows, and when they were both in the household, I felt love and affection from my mom. I felt certain strictness from my father, and it was a great thing. And now since they separated when I got a little older, I said, damn, I see the problem. I see that my mom's not being that strict with me no more. She's giving me too much love and affection. My father, you know, here and there. Like I love going to my dad's house, and the same with my also my younger sibling. We just love our father because he gave us that discipline, that strictness, and he still give us care. If you bring those two together, you're gonna have more of a chance. You're gonna have great success with that child. Him going to school, being married, having financial wealth in every way, shape, or form. So yeah, absolutely, man. You need marriage. Men need to wake up and see for themselves. Because when I was younger, I seen the negative outcomes. I said, listen, if I ever had a kid with a woman, I have to. I'm gonna ask her. I probably have to marry her because I know what will happen to this child if it does not happen.
Right.
I don't want no out of wedlock kid, man. That shit does not need to be promoted positively no more, bro. But the men need to.
But that's not always possible, though, brother.
I know. Let's just say, I know. Let's just say the woman was like, nah, I don't want to do all that. Nah, that's too much. Nah. Okay, then I have to do my role as being a father in every way, shape, or form while not marrying your mother. But I'm still gonna play my role in being the fathers of my son or daughter. No, I'm still gonna be there here and there, you know. But we need.
I myself am married. I myself am married about 3 years now, 2 kids.
That's amazing,
marriage
man.
It's an important. I think it's important. You know, we both are on the same page as far as our kids, and finding a woman who is on the same page with you is not easy. And then marriage itself is very difficult. It's an everyday struggle. You know.
Wicked, would you say how we were describing women earlier and how we were saying, you know, that, you know, women of today, particularly Black women, but they're Latino, and a lot of the issues are they're equal to the Black community. Would you say that is your wife submissive? Does she have your political beliefs or no?
Well, I mean,
no, she doesn't. She does not really. You know, she's a little more liberal than I am. I'm pretty
okay. That's kind of natural.
I'm not conservative, but she thinks I'm an asshole. She thinks that some of the opinions I have are insensitive. They're but we compromise. You know, you're not gonna agree on everything, right?
No, that's true.
But I agree with Gen Z. I agree with Gen Z as far as you know, marriage is a building block.
building back to building a community, a strong community, right? But even like Axe says, what good is it to have these some men in the house who are gonna traumatize and hurt these kids, right?
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So let's get into the rest of the video.
It just can't sound right.
Would you?
Hey, mute up in the background. Mute up in the background.
Recommend your kids to get married?
If they want to.
But I'm saying like with.
I mean, no, not technically. They want to get married and they learn about what marriage. If they can go get married, I'll be there. But
But I mean, we gotta get to the point where we want to change that cycle. That's the whole point. Like what he's saying as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to, I'm not saying to tell them to get married just to anybody. You just want to start to switch that cycle up. You know what I'm saying?
I just can't see how people were prioritizing having a child before being married. Like that's the same cycle we've been in, and that's the same cycle that's continued to hold us back.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think Black women are aware of the negative familial cycle in the Black community, or do you think they don't care, or do you think they're aware, or are they just like
they know?
I think they do care, man.
They know.
I don't know.
They know. I'm gonna tell you, they know everything, bro. They know. But the problem, like I said before, all that shit happens because us Black men specifically are weak as hell. We don't check their ass. We don't put their ass in their fucking place. That's the problem. They know. They know. They know that. They know what the fuck they doing is destroying the damn community. And even the good ones, even the good women, they don't have the testicular fortitude to go out and tell these women that, hey, you cannot do this. It's the men that has to be able to do that. But us Black men, we're too damn weak.
I think that's a good poll question, guys. I'm gonna start another poll. Do the Black women in the community understand the negative familial cycle, or do they don't, or do they even care?
I think they know that it's happening, but they just mind their business and just move on their day. Just like everything else. Like as men who live in a community, we see murders happening 24/7. But in some cases, and let's just be honest, man, do we do something about it, or we just talk about it? Okay,
what can you do? What can you do?
A lot of talking.
We do.
A lot of talking.
We try to, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
I agree.
There are some brothers out there who are out there in this.
I agree.
Let me tell
you.
You
can't do nothing because
if
you try to do something, if you try to save one, 10,000 more are gonna be born. So what the fuck you doing?
Let me tell you. I don't know if y'all remember several years ago. I believe this was in Detroit, bro. They had these men called the Men of 300, bro. These dudes, these men, these fathers, they went all throughout the community checking niggas and telling all the niggas who was selling drugs, all these little gang banging niggas, telling their ass, yo, this shit ain't rocking no more. Our kids gonna be able to walk down this block at freely with no fucking problems. At certain times, all you niggas gonna go back inside. Man, these men had guns and everything. These niggas was like the Black Panthers. And you know who stopped them? You wanna know who stopped them?
A woman.
Women.
But yeah.
There you go. That's the answer. Black.
But
women.
It was one woman. Because if you don't know,
it was a whole group of them, bro. It was a whole group of them.
I know that.
It was a whole group of. Yes, it was a whole fucking group of their ass. A whole because I think one of them, one of their sons, who was one of these.
He got beat up. No, he didn't get. He
didn't get beat up.
He got checked. No, he got checked. He got checked.
Yes, he checked. They checked the fuck out this one dude. And then he went off to go tell his mama and all this pussy ass shit.
Wow.
And next thing you know, the police got go look that shit up.
The police.
The 300. Yes, it's called the 300, bro. Go look that shit up on YouTube. God. You can watch that shit right now on YouTube, bro. This was several years ago.
Well, I hate to be extra, but we need something like that now. We need.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
I think we just need Black men. I think they need to just say, yo, Black men have to be police officers in the hood, straight up.
I agree. I think it could work.
They need to take all these fucking liquor stores.
They are cops in the hood, though.
No, I'm saying all the officers have to be Black.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I don't know if y'all ever been to Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta. I'm a truck driver, as y'all
Yeah,
can see.
yeah.
I've been
There are
to
a lot of
Atlanta.
black cops in
There are a
Atlanta.
whole bunch of black cops.
That's where
bro.
I'm at.
Let me
Yeah,
tell
it
you,
is.
if you are a fucking simp, that shit don't mean anything. If the whole group of men,
Facts.
if the whole group of men are a bunch of fucking simps, you having a fucking badge doesn't mean anything, bro. It doesn't mean anything. So we need men. The men need to be like the men of 300. You don't gotta be necessarily in a group, but the men that's going to be in relationships with these women that decide you want to marry these women, it's going to be up to like us on this panel, men like us, or the men that's on this live, to when we get in these relationships with these women, we let they ask them what it is and what it ain't. And if you don't like that shit, get the fuck out. That's what it has to be.
But that's the problem.
I'm
But that's
telling
the
you, bro.
problem, dude. I think marriage is led by the men. It takes
Yeah,
two.
I agree.
It takes two.
We
Don't get
agree.
me wrong. But men need to be the ones. Men are the ones that propose. Men are the ones
All
that
right.
take charge in it, and it's not
We
gonna
agree.
happen.
We agree. We agree.
Do you
bro.
see? Do you see black men not doing what they want to do? I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Not to be disrespectful, I promise you, but I don't see black men. I promise you, Jay-Z. But
That's why I said no. That's why I
I don't
said
care.
I think Wicked. I think what he's saying is that when he's saying take control, he's saying that like they need to take control and they need to like basically check all these thugs. So like basically,
The
he's
other
saying,
black men, yeah.
yeah, like he's saying
Hell
that like
yeah.
it needs to come to a point to where it's not cool to be a thug. It needs to
I
come to a
think the
point.
old heads are
Hey,
trying to
can I
do
say
that,
something?
but
Can I say
then
something?
the Super Gremlins shot one of them niggas or some shit. Like the old
Hey,
heads
can I
are
say
Where was
something?
that at?
Hey,
everywhere. Whenever you tell a nigga to leave somewhere, or when you try and check them, like I've seen hella videos of, or the David Dorn situation. Remember that 74-year-old
Yeah.
old man during
That
the
was in
Black Lives
downtown
Matter
Oakland.
protest.
Yeah.
He was protecting a store, and these niggas was robbing the TV store, and he told them to stop, and them niggas just domed him.
Hey man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something.
He was a good example.
He was a ex police officer, so he was a black cop, like
And
everything.
I bet he was married. I bet he was married for a long time.
Yeah,
bro,
he was
married
married
for a long time. That I understand all that, bro. But at the end of the fucking day, bro, if you that type of guy, you want your community to be straight, bro. You gotta be willing to die about that shit, bro.
Yo,
if you ain't willing to die about that shit, bro, I don't want to hear
the
that
mistake.
shit,
The mistake that he made is he went alone. He should have got like at least 10 70-year-old niggas with a strap and held it down. He went alone, and them niggas, you know, when it's a whole bunch of niggas like around you, y'all know if you ever got jumped by some niggas, bruh, you don't know who to get off on first. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta pick instantly. You gotta pick instantly and run, or you gonna get your ass beat.
Absolutely. I think, man, to be honest with you, man, I think it gotta be a civil war to the good men in the community who staying with their wives, who protecting their kids, who are actually being men in the family, in their marriage, in the community, against these goddamn demons out here who will kill just about robbing just about any old person, a pregnant woman, a child. They gotta be a civil war, man. You need a group of men with guns, man, point blank period, that had a good mindset, who knows what they want for the community, bro. Just like 300 men. They came around with 20 men. They came around with 20 men.
Hold on. We got results. We got results from the poll. And guys, if you haven't voted on the poll, make sure you guys hit that poll and vote. Also, make sure you guys hit that super trap. Hit that super trap. We ain't had super traps in a long time. We're going into the third hour. But the poll results, it says, are Black women aware of the negative familial cycle in the Black community? And 58% say they are aware, they just don't care. And 46% say they are aware, but they love this shit. So, guys, it's close. It's close there. So, I mean, everybody go and vote on the poll. I really want to see, I'm curious to see what you guys think. But let's finish this video off, and then we'll get into some more discussion.
Single parent households, like, you know what I'm saying? Now he growing up with he don't have a strong, I don't know what your situation is with. I'm not trying to use you, but I don't know what your situation is, but we need that father figure in the household for these men and women.
I had a father
you know what I'm saying?
figure, but that don't mean you not gonna get married. My mom and dad was married. I don't know. I didn't want to get married.
All right, that's fair.
To each his own.
Well, just
What about you?
Do I want to get married? Yeah, I would love to get married.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to get married. Yeah.
I get married privately. I don't even want to buy it there.
I mean,
ain't nothing wrong with that either. Like,
Wow, and this video stands out to me, guys. Do y'all think the roles have reversed? Do y'all think? And I'm not saying that these brothers are like women, but I'm saying they gave an answer that most women would give. Do y'all think in this day and age, in 2022, the roles of male and female are reversed? Because all the men said that they wanted to get married, but damn near none of the women said that they wanted to get married.
I don't think the roles had reversed, bro. What it is just that the shit, the way that men would usually convey ourselves, we don't convey ourselves in those manners, and the women are conveying themselves in those manners that men used to. That's just what it is. I don't think necessarily the roles had reversed. Just that, like, you see how the men was hesitating to give a fucking answer. That's usually what women do. Those women, they was straight like, yeah, no, I'm not getting married, no. But the dudes just like, yeah, I'm gonna get married, yeah. That's shit.
Okay, so let's get into more of this Umar.
See, some women have this idea. If I let him have his way, I can stay. Some women have this idea. If I let him have his way, I can stay. No. No man wants a doormat. I'm telling you. He might not even know he don't want a doormat. Okay? A low self-esteem woman will always be traded in for a woman with higher self-esteem. A low self-esteem woman will always be traded in for a woman with higher self-esteem. In fact, the worst characteristic about yourself you can have in the dating game, man or woman, the worst characteristic the worst character flaw you can have is low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is dangerous to a black woman in these streets. If it was up to me, if a black woman has low self-esteem, she cannot date until her self-esteem reaches normal limits. Because
Okay, let me ask you guys that question. Do black women have low self-esteem?
I don't think so. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I
yes, they do.
Not-
They
no,
do.
no.
Yes, they do.
Tell that to a black
Not
man.
more,
Tell
not
that to a
more.
black
The ones
man.
with because I think a lot
they
of black women do got
overinflate.
confidence.
Man, listen,
I think a lot of them overinflate the confidence.
You can't tell Lizzo
Man,
that she ain't
listen.
fine.
Man, listen. When some of these black women, I'm gonna keep it real. When some of these black women, when they see another woman from another race who fine as hell, their ass get intimidated. All that so-called confidence that they claim that they have, that should go out the motherfucking door. When they see a fine ass Becky or fine ass Maria or some shit like that walking that goddamn door, her ass gonna get intimidated. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay. So when other races are involved, you think when other races hop into the competition, you think that they're intimidated?
Yeah, you damn right. Hell yeah, they do. Not all of them, but that's how you're able to really test like the market as far as like let's say like the women, right? To test the women's confidence. Have other women around. Have other women.
That's true.
Because the thing is,
that's for every woman though.
That's for every woman. That's for every woman. But mainly because for black women, right? This is the thing a lot of black women don't understand is that they've been treating black men like shit and vice versa, right? Once us black men, what they don't understand, once those black men go out to these PWI institutions or whatever the fuck, and he's actually able to be around these other groups of women. You're eating. And the reason why is because the women from other groups, they just let their femininity like go out. You feel me?
Yeah.
They ain't tripping to try to be masculine. But that's some shit that if you are pro-black or whatever the fuck, and you a pro-black woman, you mad about men dating out. Well, that's the main reason why a lot of niggas go date out, because the femininity is be new to them. Versus when they go back to wherever the fuck they from, they seen the black women fighting with niggas in the street. They grew up seeing their mama cussing out their daddies and shit like that, fighting and shit all in the like, yo, these other groups of women don't do that the way that black women do. And shit like that.
I do have to address this comment that I seen from David Von Kettering. He says, how old are these women? He was referring to the last clip from the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Bro, these women are in our age group. So we're not, a lot of people say, oh, well, these women are immature. Like they give the women excuses. Like these women are immature. How old are they? And it's like, bro, what the fuck do y'all want us to look for? We're looking for women our age and like, you know, generally younger, but still our age or around our age group. This is what we have. This is the modern, like that's the modern woman right there. And if you guys don't believe me, I bet all these brothers will agree that when you go out, that's what you're gonna see out of a lot of sisters. The vibe, the way that they're dressed, a lot. It's there's a similar, the lashes, you know, the way they do their eyebrows. It's a similar vibe. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, let's get back into the brother Umar. You already know what it is.
I keep telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
If you have low self-esteem, you will let him beat you. You will let him curse you. You will let him disrespect you. Oh, yes. A woman with low self-esteem will accept any kind of treatment just for him to be in his life. It's like black people in the United States. It's like black people in the United States. They enslaved us. We still love America. They Jim Crowed us. We still love America. They Willie lynched us. We still love America. Police killing our kids. We still love America. Mass incarceration. We still love America. Miseducation. We still love America. Gentrification. We still love America. Economic apartheid. There's nothing the United States can do to black people that will make you renounce your American citizenship.
Okay, so that was a loaded one. That was a loaded one right there. So as you guys on the panel, do you guys think that America is the best country overall to live in?
Yes, hands down.
Yes,
Economically,
hands down.
but
Yes.
yes, we gotta admit, man. Like with people protesting saying and burning the American flag and etc. Just finding any way to disrespect America, any way, shape, or form. Ain't no way in hell they gonna take a plane ticket to any other country that they don't know, that they don't have no origin of, that their family has came from. Then that's an honest, true fact. There's opportunity that you can get from here that you can't really get from any other country. You could say Canada here and there, Europe, or what's another country? France, Germany. Oh my goodness. But there's nowhere near compared to America with their freedoms, their rights, liberation, stuff like that. Is there still things that people may, you know, see they it's kind of hard to explain, but it's still normal, man. Every country has certain things that
Microaggressions you're
that is,
talking about.
yeah, stuff. It happens, but as a community, you gotta do something to build upon yourself as a whole. To like basically what I'm trying to say is, like, if someone discriminates you in some way or throw hatred at you just because they don't want you to come in their store. I'm not saying like that, but I'm saying back in those days, you know, what we do in those days, we build our own businesses, our own structures that we wanted to build so people can feel normal in their community. Do we do that no more? No, we go to other we will go buy the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, you know, even though they disrespect us. I got no problem if you want to get the material things or whatever here and there, but if they disrespect you, why would you want to go and eat from their food? Just build your own, and you get mad when they don't want you there. Just go ahead and build your own.
Right. We got a super trap from Hot Black Desiato. He says, I think there is a specific major insecurity with black women hair, especially in relation to white women. Michelle Obama said gliders hate because of hair texture.
Yo, this is the Kim and Kanye of Coney Island. And Kim ain't got shit on me. Yo, he got his phone in his balls. Steve Jobs did not die.
You already know what it is, man. Hot Block Desiato is outside. And I do want to hit on that point just briefly, say something real short if you guys do. Do y'all think there is a real, do you think that's a real thing, the insecurity when it comes to black female hair?
That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit to me. What it is just that it's all about competition, man. Like they believe that if they have wearing other women's hair, that they believe that they're able to get into certain spaces in this world if they have another woman's hair. Man. That's why I believe it really is.
Okay.
But that's just a cop out, in my opinion. A cop out to say, oh, you niggas don't like this, or you niggas don't like that.
Yeah,
They know damn well that shit is a fucking lie. Black men for the longest been telling y'all ass to stop wearing all that shit in your fucking hair. That shit's a cap, man.
Yo, Oboss, are you modded up, bro? I gotta mod you, bro. You got some really good takes.
You preaching truth though, bro. That's real. That's real.
Yeah,
too,
just type something in the chat. Just type something in the chat. We'll get you modded up ASAP, bro. But let's get back into the video.
Because we have low racial self-esteem. We want to belong at any cost. We want to be American by any means necessary. And that's the same thing for black women. The worst thing you can do is let a man know, verbally or non-verbally. The worst thing you can do is let a man know, verbally or non-verbally, you can do anything to me, I'm never leaving you. You can do anything to me, I'm never leaving you. Once a man gets that message, this is no longer a partnership. This is a master-slave relationship. In fact, you need to date within your own self-esteem level. Because if you date somebody with a higher self-esteem than you, you're the slave and they're the slave master. And everybody listening to me tonight, know people in slave master relationships right now. Every last one of you know of somebody who's in a slave master relationship. The woman has all the say, the woman makes all the rules, the woman makes all the decisions, and all he do is do what she say. Or the man makes all the rules, the man makes all the decisions, the man has all the say, and all the woman does is follow around like a house slave. To be a partner, you have to have equal self-esteem. To be a partner, you have to have equal self-esteem. To be a partner, you have to have equal self-esteem. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And you cannot hide how much self-esteem you have. You can't hide it. Women, sisters, my African goddesses, you try to project a strong self-esteem by putting on this hard, tough, semi-masculine exterior. A lot of women try to protect their low self-esteem by putting on this hard, rough, semi-masculine exterior. And I'm here to tell you that a man can see right through it. He can see weakness disguised as strength. And there's a lot of women hiding weakness by trying to disguise it as strength. And what I'm saying, black woman, don't hide your weakness. Get some help for your weakness. Don't hide your weakness. Get some help from your weakness. Think about your mother. I want every black woman to think about their mother. Some of you, if you were lucky, you had mothers who demonstrated exceptional relationship behavior. If you are lucky, you had a mother who demonstrated exceptional relationship behavior. If her man disrespected her, she didn't play that. It was consequence. He might got to go sleep in the doghouse for the night, but she's not playing no curse. She ain't playing no B words. Your mother did not play. She loved her man. She honored her man. She served her man. But guess what? When he disrespected her, she would not hesitate to put him in his place. Some of you know how to balance that. You know how to be totally committed to your man and at the same time, make sure he understands that my submissiveness is done voluntarily.
Well, okay. So I want to stop him there. Should your woman be able to put you in check? And Obus, did you which chat did you do, or did you comment on a recent video of mine?
I just put it under the public chat.
Okay, it's in the okay, let me see.
In the public chat. Yeah, it's under Baruch Israel. I put Mr. Obas in the public chat.
Shit. Okay, let me see. What channel are you coming from?
I'm coming from this channel. Let me see what
is it. Reclaim? Is it Quarantino? Because I'm streaming off of multiple channels here.
Is Quarantino the God.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, just come over to Black Gen Z Mindset. Come over to Black Gen Z Mindset, and I'll get you modded up over here because that's where the most activity is at. Yeah, guys. I forgot to announce that in the beginning. Make sure you guys come over to Black Gen Z Mindset. That's where we have the most activity. But let me ask the rest of the panel: Should your woman be able to put you in check?
Yes, ain't that well? In some cases, yes, because isn't that the whole point of marriage? Your husband gives the rules and the rules and sets the orders and concepts in the relationship and in the marriage and in the household. But like you, if you're having a wife, you do want her in some cases to check you if you're being wrong in some cases. You know, you still want her opinion. You still want to hear what she has to say. I don't think a man should instantly just have 100%. I control everything, but I can't hear you out. That's in my opinion. I want my wife to check me if she sees something wrong. Because if she sees something wrong, we could probably talk about it, and it can be beneficial for me because it could probably help me in the long run.
What if she came aggressive at like? What if she was like? What if she was just like, hey, hey, nigga, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying, on some hot shit. You know what I mean?
I swear to God, I would laugh.
What
I
if
swear to God.
what if you left your underwear on the floor and she said, "Hey, bitch ass nigga, go you gonna pick that underwear up?" Like, what if she just straight
I'm not
disrespected?
gonna lie to you. I'm gonna laugh. Like I'm dead serious. Nah, bro. Like I don't know why with me. I kind of like that like toxicity
Okay.
in some
Okay.
cases. That's just me, bro. I don't know why. I'll just look at her and laugh. Like you see, I don't know, but I'll be like, hey, who? Like in some like I will be like, whoa, who? Why are you talking to me in this tone? I'm your freaking husband.
Right. Okay, let's get into the rest of the video.
Out of respect for you. But just as I submit to you, I can take it all back. See, black woman, you have to stop submitting until you're sure he is worth submission. And then even after you submit, because submission is not weakness. Stop listening to the feminists. Submission is not weakness. Stop listening to the feminists. Submission is not weakness. Stop listening to the feminists. Submission is a voluntary thing that you say, you know what? He has demonstrated to me that he's worth me following. He has demonstrated to me that he is worth me. He's worthy of my trust and my loyalty and my honor. But you also let him know I'm doing this voluntarily. And just like I'm giving you the head of this household, I can take it back just as fast. Let him know I am not a hopeless romantic. And I'm going to be honest, ladies, men are going to try you. Men are going to try you because men like to know that they have a degree of control over their women. I didn't say men want to dominate you. Not all men. Insecure men want to dominate. If you got a man who wants to imprison your life, that's a low self-esteem Negro. And I'm going to tell you right now, traumatized men, low self-esteem men are the domestic abusers. Traumatized men and low self-esteem men are the domestic abusers of black women. And a big mistake that a lot of black women make is if he's attractive, if he's handsome, if he got a good job, he got it going on, all the ladies want him, you assume he got high self-esteem. No.
Okay, so we're gonna cut it there. I got one final question for the panel. He was talking about domestic abuse there, and I wanted to ask a question in lieu of the Christian Obumseli debacle or murder or self-defense situation, whatever you guys believe happened. Let me ask you guys this: has a woman ever put her hands on you?
No. I
Yes,
have never
sir.
experienced that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Playfully.
Yeah.
Playfully.
Now I'm talking about like she
Oh.
really was like trying to put in some work on you.
No.
Yeah. Like,
Never.
nah, I've been slapped in the
Yeah, I
face
have.
before.
I have before.
Who has?
Shaggy, I've been slapped in the face
I
before.
did. Like I have. I had a bitch one time put her hands on me.
Okay.
Unless Black Gen Z, you count like getting water thrown on you, but that's the worst I've ever had.
Okay, yeah, no, that's.
I mean, yeah, that's assault. I mean, that's somewhat of assault right there.
Yeah, that
And,
is fucked up, but it's not that bad.
So, Mr.
Unless it was boiling water, if the water was boiling.
So who's the person that got hit by a woman again?
Obus.
Oh,
Yeah,
Obus. What was the situation that lead
You
up to
look like
that?
a pretty big guy, so like, what?
Yeah.
A woman has no business hitting you. Why does she feel like she could have put hands on you?
Man, listen, man. I forgot what the fuck. This is when I was in high school, man. So basically, I think it was some bullshit. I think she had got mad at me because I think we were supposed to like I was fucking the bitch, right? And
that was your
I think
girl?
we were supposed to like, huh?
You had what was your relationship with this woman that hit you? Like, was she like a friend of a?
I'll say that she wanted to be in a relationship with me, and I was at the time I was not like trying. Bro, I was playing football and shit, but I wasn't taking none of these. I wasn't taking nobody seriously. You feel me?
Right.
But the thing is, what happened? We were supposed to hang out because we had the same lunch, and I was supposed to go chill with her for lunch, but I had forgot to tell her that I had to go to a fucking I had to go to a detention for one period because I fucking around I had skipped class some shit several days earlier, so I had got put in detention. I forgot to tell her about the shit. So when she seen me or some shit after school before I was going to practice, man, she came up to me. She was like, "Where the fuck you was at? What?" And mine, this is the first time like she ever like did that shit. You feel me? And the bitch, man, listen, she was a black woman, so you already know how she get down. She started talking shit. Next thing you know, she had like I think she had like a book or some shit. Man, this bitch threw a damn book at my ass, bro. Threw a book and hit my ass dead. Hit me dead in my shit, bro. Bro, this bitch hit me dead in my shit, dog. I just turned around. I was looking at my shit. Like, my eyes say less. I never spoke to her again. Ever since that motherfucking day, for like, I think maybe like a whole week, She been blowing up my phone. Like in school, like she been trying to like talk to me and all that shit. I just never spoke to her again after that shit, bro. I just never did.
That book
I remember my
smacked
dad
across his face.
Oh, say less.
Yeah, because I remember my dad. He told me, he was like, listen, he was like, the main way you able to have complete control over your woman, number one thing you don't do, you never put your hands on her, because
Right.
once you put your hands on her, she has the
Right.
control now.
Yep.
She knows she has some sort of your emotions is invested in the
She can
situation.
get a reaction out of
Feel
you.
me? So
Yep.
exactly, and as a man, you have to try to control your emotions. I always remember my dad always told me that shit, and when that shit happened, that shit clicked in my motherfucking head. I said, "Listen, I stopped talking to that bitch."
Yeah, I heard a similar thing.
So
I
yeah,
forget
I
who
did
it
get hit in
was,
the face with a bitch.
but they told me the moment you feel like for lack of a better term, the moment you feel like you're gonna kill a woman, you need to just pack all your shit and get the fuck. Don't even look
You
back.
need to get the fuck out.
That's
Shit, you need
facts.
to get the fuck out.
And I know that.
Right. But on that note, guys, we are going to end the stream. It's been a great stream. I appreciate everybody for coming on. We're just gonna go ahead and drop you guys down. I appreciate all of you guys for hopping on the stream. But I'm tired, man. We went for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Yes. Great discussion, man. A lot of great discussion. A lot of things unpacked in these videos, man. And I appreciate my panelists who hopped on and gave a good perspective. But anyways, you already know what it is, man. It is the Black Gen Z mindset. I'll see you on the next live. We're gonna go to Genquavius to take us away.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Genquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.